And we're back after a couple of week hiatus. Cool. Unfortunately, we have lost Kale due to technical difficulties and a few other things, so we're going to just go ahead and pick up where we left off, which was the 4 intrepid adventurers. And yes, unfortunately, there are only 4, as recently we lost Alaric. And now we're down to the 4 adventurers trapped in Titania's prison, where they managed to find shelter in a freezing cold cave, as it seemed like the world around them itself was dying. We will go ahead and wrap up the conclusion to the Frost March at some point. The intention was to have some bleed over into the real world, but we're going to wait on that. So with that, I hate to pull the shortcut, but we're waking up as it was all a dream for right now, with the 4 people freezing terribly in the Frost March, with, I believe, everyone suffering 4 points of exhaustion?
No, I was worse than everyone else.
It was all... Or she had 5. Okay. Yosara, in her own land, was at 5. Everyone else was at 4. And with that being that you just had a crazy, weird, vivid... It was a dream because the Hot Man was there, not a nightmare. I'm going to go ahead and knock off 1 point of exhaustion. So y'all are at 3, except for Yosara, who will be at 4. As you guys come to freezing in the cave, Yosara having just spoken with her deity in some sense of some kind. What do you guys want to do?
Are we still in that hole?
Yes.
Still in that hole, and if you guys remember right, you blockaded off the top of it just enough to create some sort of warmth on the inside. So you're able to sustain yourselves in here, but for how long is really the question.
It's still really cold, Ilzran. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I can only dance so much.
And Kale's
Do we-
missing, right?
I guess Kale's not here.
Can I ask a reference question from
Sure.
last session we did this? Can you type out the message or whatever Titania said to me?
Yeah. I totally
Remember-
saved that.
Remember, it was this shiny rock that got picked up and some high.
Yeah, I totally remember this.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
YouTube, it's been a while for all of us.
Hey.
Been a while. Oh,
We
boy.
got this, guys. We got this.
Hey, I got notes.
So I guess audience/us clarification question: are we
Uh-huh.
playing this as if Kale is here with us, controlled by one of us, or are we playing this as if he doesn't exist right now?
Go with he doesn't exist right now. It's a little bit more organic, as he was fumbling around with some sort of a magic-y object.
Wasn't it a portal originally?
He got sucked into the multiverse for a second.
Yeah, like he's wandering the multiverse, just spamming around into different spots here. Sorry, I'm pretty sure like we'll eventually pop him out somewhere, like a baby.
With all the stuff that's been happening, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to expect something like that to happen.
Well, all things considered, we came from the astral plane into Titania's frost
Yeah.
realm of nothingness.
Not the craziest thing that would have happened to us. So.
No.
In the last 12 hours, we've hopped between like 4 different planes of existence. So
Well,
I'm sure we'll
I
see
think
Kale
it was
very
more
briefly.
like maybe like 48 to 72 hours, but if you really want to be like nitpicky, you can go with 12.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I was being like, you know,
I was
okay.
going in elf years. All right, we measure things differently.
Okay, well, tieflings
You
measure
understand.
things, you know, like really slow and long and drawn out. I mean, you remember my realm. This goes really slow and steady.
Oh yeah, what's an hour?
An hour's a measurement of time. It's 60 minutes. And what are minutes? 60 minutes equals 60 seconds.
I have been alive for 3 parsecs.
Stopwatch that I smashed already.
You smashed that just terribly, by the way. I still don't know why you did that, but okay.
Oh yeah. We shouldn't dwell on the past.
Try and save us, okay?
Hey, I got turned into a giant gorilla to save us.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'm
Yeah,
not.
I started smashing books. It's a giant monster gorilla.
Because we were breaking things that had a connection to what we believed was like solace and the heart of the Feywild. And I was like, you know what? We found a stopwatch. He is the warden. Time is a way of keeping track. I figured it might be relative, and if it could help, I'm gonna smash it. But it turned out it didn't. But you know what? The thought was there. So I
Right.
don't want to hear the pass.
Too bad, you're
That
gonna
would
get it
be a
anyways.
clever
I'm
way to track you. Give you a
cold.
clock and say time tracks.
I'm cold.
I just wrap my arms around Sana. I'm just like, fuck.
It's not
Cast fairy
working.
fire. It does. There's no warmth, but it's bright.
It's bright but not helping.
They're just both shivering next to each other while Yosara's over here like, is this why I'm colder than both of you? Because I'm by myself.
Probably.
That's how body warmth works.
Come here. Come join the huddle of body warmth.
It's really the only way we're gonna survive this.
Yeah.
How far are we from the nearest,
Hey,
castle?
do you think if we teleport out of here that the Kale might appear later on if we leave? I feel like we might
He's
just have
all
to
alone
leave.
down here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not make this too complicated, okay?
Well, we have these keys. We could use them. Unless you feel like that's not necessary. I have
feel
no
like
spells or anything
might
that
be
could light a
necessary.
fire around us.
I feel like leaving this plane is going to be really bad news bears for Kale.
Probably. And there's no guarantee we could get him back, but I don't know where to start. But
Also, aren't we here for you, Yusara, or are we just passing through?
yeah, that is true. What do you want to do about the Iceland that is your once homeland?
Yeah, this is drastically different than I remember. There's definitely something wrong here.
I feel like if we go to my homeland, it's gonna be desert, based on the pattern I've been
Well,
seeing.
I don't
here.
want to go back to
I'm
my
worried.
homeland. Bugs are not my thing anymore. I don't want to be near them.
Should have a little spider familiar.
No,
Take a feet.
no,
Little beetle.
no.
Some people think they're cute. Anyway, okay. Well, do we have any idea how much distance we have to cover out there?
I
Like,
take
do we
a
even have a
grasshopper as a familiar. That way, when you make awkward jokes, it can just cricket in the awkwardness for you.
That would actually be.
Because all I have to do is just look at it, and because I won't say anything, and it'll go.
Yeah. That would actually be brilliant. You should make a bard with a cricket familiar.
I
And he's like a
might.
comedian, and then all of his rivals, he just has the cricket make those noises after their jokes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Yosara, where could we go to get better shelter then? And I look up towards the ceiling, which we've covered with my shield, than this cave hole in the ground.
I am not fully certain. This is. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not even sure where we are in my homeland right now. I've never seen anything like this before. There's a cat trying really hard to get in my lap right now.
What? In this tundra?
I'm
Kitty,
not
kitty.
entirely sure what part of the Highlands we're in, and this is definitely different than anything I've seen in Titania's home, so
Okay,
I'm gonna be
well-
honest. Remember how we went to your home, Ruby, and everything was real bad? That
Yeah.
might be what's happening here.
Okay, well, if something like this were to happen, why would it be ice for you? Like, I realized it was because of what was done, what was summoned. It was almost a curse, but we found out it truly wasn't. What reasons could you think that ice would fall upon what you described to me was like luscious forests and fields and trees with, what did you say? It was something, I don't even remember now.
My only thought is that it's so antithetical to what Titania had built. It's, my memories of this place are green and alive and vibrant. And I turn and I look at Ildren. This looks a lot more like what they were trying really hard to turn his place into.
Possible she's not in charge anymore. Titania.
The Sealy Court might have
Yeah.
lost some power. This could be. I mean, the whims of the Fae are ever-changing and untold consequences. We released several when we destroyed Solace's prison. We don't know what might have changed in the balance. Like, this could be part of his home now.
That is true.
Do we know how fast time moves here? Has it possibly been, decades, or has it been closer to what we've experienced since you've been gone? Since you've been gone.
What are you
See what
gonna
to
sing
say.
a song? Do not hold on to me and sing a song in my ear, Ildren. We're not doing that right now. It's cold.
I was
Don't-
coughing. I don't know what you heard, but I was just clearing my throat.
Yeah, now I wish I had a pet cricket so he could cricket at you. Yo, sorry, you're our only link to this place. I know I struggled with mine, but what can you help us figure out what's to do next? This was once your home.
This
Yeah.
was a home. This was somewhere that welcomed me and offered me sanctuary, and this isn't that place anymore. Something's taken it. Something's taken over.
Well, should we investigate that? I mean, we gotta get out of this hole first off.
If we get out of the hole, we're gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, I can cast fly on like 2 of us, but even with all the exhaustion we have, it's and how cold it is out there, it's gonna be rough going. There's not even any wood. We can't even cut down any of the trees. They're all hollow and brittle. Wait, did we take a long rest? Well, that wouldn't really actually matter a lot.
I mean, it was a crappy long rest. Yes, I'll say, given that you guys went into Kale's world and all passed out in some sort of a time teleportation device.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
The intent was to give you a long rest doing that, so yes.
I am an awful wizard. I have no spells that can help.
Great.
In my defense, I have not collected a whole lot of spells because I'm a baby wizard for being level 8.
You guys see Yosara kind of shuffle off to the corner away from where y'all are bickering about warmth or whether to cast a spell or whatever, and pull something out of her pocket and just start, kind of curl up around it and start talking to whatever she pulled out of her pocket.
You think she thinks the stone is
Hugging the
alive?
blanket. Oh, what?
Did you just say I'm hugging the blanket? You idiot! You're holding on to me for warmth, and I'm holding on to you. I'm not hugging anything.
You feel like a blanket. All right. Wait, is she talking to herself?
So- I don't know. She picked up the rock earlier. Don't look at me.
I think she's getting delirious.
Well,
need to
that
get
wouldn't be
out
a
of here.
surprise.
Should we scoot forward, see if we can hear what she's saying?
All right, ready? We're gonna inch forward.
Right.
1, 2,
Right, same
3.
time.
1.
We
And
just-
then I nudge her with my foot, from a distance, hey, Yosara.
Hey, Sar, what are you talking to?
I don't think she's with us anymore.
I'm not sure.
But
That noise?
Hi.
why are you so close to me?
You were talking to what looked like a rock,
What?
so we wanted to come over and get warm with you and your rock. You looked like you were having a good time.
Getting your rocks off. No, never mind.
Oh, that's actually a good one. I like that one. Use that one.
Okay, you're getting your rocks off.
Ah, there you go.
Hey! Look at us. Yeah, what are you... Is this really a time to be having a conversation with the rock? What's going on there?
Look, okay, if you must know, and you see
Mhm,
Sarah
mhm.
pull like, a little piece of juniper out of her bag. She's like, I'm trying to see if there's any sort of hint about whether Titania's still here or not, alright? I know this is my place, and I'm trying to, you know, lead the party because I'm the reason we came here, but apparently things have gone to shit. So I was trying to do this quietly because I still want to seem like I know where I'm going around you guys, but you had to interrupt, so there you go.
Oh,
You
we
want
can
to seem
pretend
like
like we
you're
didn't.
smart. We're not smart. Don't even try. Just don't even. Smart.
Yeah, we've been
We
struggling.
respect you regardless of you talking to the rock and struggling with whatever we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Sona's visit to her home went much worse than this. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we got.
And I mean, it's not even lying.
much
And we've
more.
lost like everybody. Heck, we don't know where Kale is, so you know.
Our,
No
our party
judgment
literally
over
been
here.
cut in like half.
Yeah, no judgment over here over whatever you're doing. You're good. Just, you know.
So I don't mean to bring this up, but am I like a bad luck charm? Because like when I came in, there was like 8 of y'all. There was like some weird Jedi woman and all these.
2 of them
all
left. One of them died.
It's entirely your fault.
I mean, I do feel a little responsible.
Oh, I mean,
The one that
I
died,
wasn't
but-
gonna place blame considering where we've been recently, but I mean, I think it's.
Like, I mean, we're just
Solace's
sitting here
fault.
alone with our thoughts. It's hard not to reflect.
I kind of wish I could kill Solace again.
You know,
That
maybe
was-
he's still out there. I say, like, hopefully.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. It's either that or I'll just go kill Tempest, whether I'm, you know, Soon's representative or not. Might as well kill a god.
Yeah, gotta get your aggression out somehow.
Right? That's
So
what I was thinking.
toxic.
Look, we know this isn't ideal considering, you know, the little bit you've told me about your previous interactions in this world. But I mean, I don't think she would want you to mope. Wouldn't she want us to try and help find a way to fix it, or at least, like with Soon, we kind of released her from the obligation of me being the last person that was truly left. Everybody else got killed and trying to figure out what was going on. So, what's that face for? I see the face. What's it for?
Whose face?
I'm not looking at you, DM. I'm looking at you, Sarah.
But what's that face for?
I just worry that we've lost Alaric. We don't know where Kale is. We're here. We might be here for too long already. Like I worry that we need to leave.
No, why would we need to leave? You never told us there was anything wrong with here other than it's prison for Titania, so.
I mean, I didn't even know it was called a prison until we ran into, you know, Solace and the people from Ferelden.
Oh. Whoops.
It wasn't a prison that I knew of. It was a home. And now we're here and it's not even that.
Well,
Ildren, do me a favor and roll, we'll call it perception on this one.
Perception.
and Sana opens a can of nuts randomly. I mean, you want a nut to make you feel better? I have these in my pack. They're dried. With a little salt.
Yasara pulls a piece of pizza out of nowhere and is like, "No, I'm okay, thanks though."
What is... You know what? I don't even want to know.
As you're eating your pizza, you realize it is not frozen, and Ildren, you're feeling more comfortable than you were just a few times ago, as time here has been a little bit weird over the last however long you've been here, falling asleep and whatnot, but the frigid, unbearable temperature of the cave is starting to subside, and it's no longer horrible in here. Now it's just cool. You're feeling more comfortable.
I think maybe the storm is passing. It might be, we were able to travel if we just wait a little bit longer for things to warm up. Either that or there's some, fireworm digging through the earth coming for us right now. It's gonna eat us in a big lava belly. I don't know which.
Oh, I wouldn't
But,
mind actually falling into a pit of lava right now. Do you think it would come up through the bottom of the floor? It would warm my
Probably,
ass
that's
a
how
little
they
bit.
attack, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it kind of starts, it feels like a fart at first, but then it gets way too hot.
I'll let you know if I start feeling farty then.
I hope you just let me know either way.
We're
We're sharing a very small blanket right now.
Well, at least, the comfortability level is going up.
True. But I wouldn't put you past Dutch ovening me. Blip, 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 blip.
Well, I might stand on your back, so you get ovened first, and I just get the warmth. This is very true.
This is gonna be some fan art. Let's do it.
Awesome. No, it's what was that? Totally irrelevant of the plot. There was this drawing I saw in a video once, and it was an image of a dragon that turned into like a beautiful big Goliath woman. And then there was a picture of like imagine Kale. And they're going, death by snoo snoo, death by snoo snoo. And I just imagine that as like a fan art. Sorry, go ahead. Ignore me now.
All right. Well, if it wasn't back to Titania, if it wasn't her prison before, it clearly is now. That's probably why this place is like this. She isn't in charge anymore. Maybe she's being held here.
Hey. What was that girl that you that Solace had a hold of that we had to fight? I mean, did she die or not?
The girl in green.
Rosemary?
Yeah, the girl in green. You don't know her, Ildron.
Oh.
What did she ever tell you about this place? Because wasn't she the one that brought you here? Originally? Like,
She was the one that allowed me to come here originally.
what'd she tell you about the place?
I guess I didn't understand this at the time, but she made a deal with Solace to let her survive bringing me here.
Right.
She's Titania's daughter.
Oh, wow, really? I don't remember you telling me that. Okay, so she made a deal with Solace so she could survive bringing you here, but did Solace help bring the power, hold on. I'm getting crossed.
She sent me here, but we were both hiding from people back in Freldon. We were hiding from people that were trying to capture me, and turns out they were trying to capture her too. We both ended up hiding in the same place, and she sent me to the Feywild to protect me. She made a deal with Solace to allow her to live and not be captured.
And I don't guess she said anything before she sent you in here, right?
Nothing.
Okay, well, what about when you left? Did Titania tell you anything before you left to come to the mortal plane where I met you? I'm just going backwards because I don't know any other way to figure out how we can help the realm.
I was sent back to the mortal plane because there was fear in Titania's kingdom that there was a sickness. There was some sort of curse or plague or something that was bleeding over. We could see it starting to infect our home, and Ildren and I both had been back and forth trying to contain this evil. His goddess worked with Titania. That's why we know each other.
Okay. Well, how did you go about sensing this plague thing when you guys were in your realms? Like, what made you know it was there? Like, was it physical signs in the realm, or was it something more on a different level? Because, I mean, maybe we can do a detect magic to see if it's still going. Like, did we finish it off when we killed Solace, or I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
When I got to the mortal plane, there was a voice. There was something telling me to go west. There was something drawing me to the sea. That's how I ended up on Anna's boat.
Okay. Do you feel anything like that now?
No, right now I don't know why we would leave this cave. I mean, we have shelter. It's warmer here than it is out there.
Well, for now, but we don't know if the storm's gonna come back and it freezes the ground. And what if I need my shield back. I'm sorry, I don't really want to leave it. And I start looking up. I don't really want to leave it up there that long. It's a nice,
the only way we're gonna
nice
get that shield back is if we leave this cave. We have to, and it seems like the weather's broken. The draft is gone. We can probably travel right now.
Well, should we take a chance?
Yeah, as he says that, you realize it is not blisteringly cold anymore, and it's starting to warm up slightly.
Okay. Well, should we take a chance?
I think it's the only thing we can do. Otherwise, we just stay down here and starve to death.
Okay.
And then freeze to death.
But it's not freezing down here.
Yeah, but I mean, we're in a hole.
I mean, I honestly don't want to stay in this hole forever, Yosara. I finished my nuts already.
I mean, we can try to... It's going to take days for us to get rid of this exhaustion.
Yep.
The best thing we can do is get out of here, try to find somewhere where we can get some real rest.
Like a true shelter, because this is makeshift at best.
This is a crack we found in the ice.
Fair enough, yeah. Alright, how are we going to get back up there? Can I climb these walls? DM, how are these walls looking to Sana? Can she actually climb back up?
15 to 20 feet. So, it'd be a tough climb to just brute force it. As a former rock climber, I can tell you it would be quite a challenge. But Sana's a beast.
This is very true.
Shot Sana? I can use a spell slot, or we can...
Let me just try it. Let me try it. I'm not gonna hurt myself probably if I fall from like 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll obviously catch you.
All right, but if you hurt my tail when I fall, I'm gonna slap the shiznit out of you. Okay. What should I roll? Athletics?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you brute force your way up, and you climb up the side of the wall, and then you begin doing the overhang cave part, which I can tell you from personal experience is very challenging. But you're holding onto the wall. How do you want to do it? You want to just keep brute forcing it, or
can I do a jump and slam into like the next part? You know what I mean?
They call that a dino or a dynamic movement. Yeah. So Sana's going for a dino. Let's go for it. Athletics.
Athletics, okay.
I know.
Uh-oh. Not as clean as it could have been.
You jump and grab on, and you just go whoop, as your fingers don't quite have the strength that your arms have. With that, she is now falling at 15 feet, right? You're catching her?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting
roll athletics as well.
Sorry, I gotta get out of the way.
Is your sword gonna help me? Because I got a -1.
Nope.
Oh, but I rolled okay.
You manage to put out your arms and catch her as if you're about to walk her over the threshold. And there's a brief and beautiful moment. And then it fades, and now you realize you are holding Sana, and Sana is now looking into your eyes with one arm around your shoulder. Not longingly, but confusedly.
That's the fan art we need.
I try to keep her tail from touching the ground. Ah!
It's okay. Okay, just set me down. Just feet first.
Okay,
Feet first. Feet first. Do not
it's
drop
only-
feet.
it's
Yeah,
only
okay.
tail.
Now I'm
Hey.
on my feet again.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Do you want me to try that again?
Do you want to try that again?
I
Yeah,
don't
that's the
even
question. You're the one
know.
falling.
The overhang is what's getting me, okay? Like, you see the jutting over? I can't. I can try and
You know
crab up it. I could try crabbing it. I don't know. I just. All right, I'm gonna one last time. I got this. Hold on, one last
Okay,
time. Like,
go
one last
ahead
time.
and
Just need a little
athletics.
inspiration. You can do it.
And then I start
Yep.
sliding down the wall.
Yeah, and as she goes over there and begins her whoop 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 whoop, she just starts sliding off the wall.
All right, yeah, I don't got
Hmm.
it. Sorry, guys. It's not with me today.
Tried channeling your inner Zoidberg and it just didn't quite work.
Nope.
Could I try to acrobatics my way up this wall?
Go for it.
Okay.
Let me see.
Dance my way up the wall. Oh!
As you start dancing your way up the wall, you see where Zana fell, and you get one toe on just the right piece, and you manage to backflip your way up and do a spider cling with her shield resting on your shoulder, and slowly just inch your fingers up, and you made it look not only cool, but also kind of beautiful.
Mm.
Awesome. Throw the shield down.
On the ground, Yosara turns over to Son and just, he's never gonna let us live that down, right?
You know what? You didn't even move, so don't even start about him not letting us live this down, woman.
You just hear Ildren from up above just going like, "Oh yeah, still got it! Woo!"
Oh, this is gonna be terrible to live with him now.
I'm gonna yank the shield free, and then tie the rope to the shield, and then slowly lower it down. Be like, "Got shield," and I'm gonna wait for Stone to like reach for it, and I'm gonna pull it up a little bit.
I'm gonna look at as I reach, I'm gonna look at him pulling it up, and be like, okay, just just take the shield back, slam it to the ground, and then give us the rope. There's no way you're strong enough to hold our arms for us to climb out of here.
Yeah, let me find something to tie this to.
Use the shield if you have to. I yell up into the top of the cabin.
Oh, there's a tree right here. I'll go over to this
Okay.
tree right by the hole entrance and try to tie it around the trunk.
Hey, it's still really shitty up there? Like,
What's it doing
Nah.
up there?
Sun's out, pretty.
What?
Does it look sun out? Is there anybody around me? Can I do a quick perception check, see if there's...
Yeah, as you start looking around, the deep, dark, foreboding tone in the sky is kind of gone, and it's starting to turn a little bit more sunny. As you're walking across the snow, it's now becoming more of a slushy, packy snow, as opposed to just that brittly cold ice mixed with a little bit of flurry.
Ugh, it's all slushy out here. Hope you guys brought your boots. I'll tie
that's
this
a good
rope off
sign,
and then...
right, Yosara?
give
I mean,
them
that
time
means
to come.
that it's heating up if the snow is turning to slush. But then it's how long is it gonna last? Because I don't want it to freeze to ice.
we might have a really short window right
Yeah.
now.
Well, let's get that there. Throw the rope down! I yell up.
I hoist the rope down.
Man,
Okay.
Yosara, you got enough energy to go first, or you want to cling on my back like a monkey?
I'll try it. Can I try and, like, acrobatic with the rope?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already at that.
Ooh.
That would be disadvantage anyway, so.
Yeah, you're still not really feeling it, and after pulling on the rope a couple of times, you're just like, fuck this.
So,
Jeremy.
monkey back? You gonna hold on?
Okay, sure.
Alright. And I pick her up and, like, put her on my shoulders in a sense, like, with her hands around my neck.
Sure.
Just hold on. Alright.
As you start monkeying up the rope, the rope, you see the rope starting to kind of suck into the tree as you tied a knot to a knot that's going to get tighter the more pressure you put on it. And you see it kind of just cutting through the tree, the bark, all of that stuff. Ildren, is there anything you want to do as you slowly see this? They're climbing up. They could make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run for the... Oh, gosh. I'm gonna run for the tree. I'm gonna... I'm just gonna grab hold of the rope and try to keep it from giving before they can grab
Cool.
purchase.
Hey.
Sana, go ahead and give me athletics to see how long it takes you to climb up with Yosara on your back.
Can I ask Yosara for her pack tool to be turned into climbing axe pick
Sure.
as an extra leverage? Yosara, could you turn that? Could you happen to have that available for me? Could I use that, you think?
Yeah, hang on. How tall is the
It's only like 20
are we
feet.
from the top?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Sure. I'll make it like a climbing.
Yeah,
like
a climbing pickaxe, you know, that they use on snow mountains that can just...
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me an athletics roll as you're climbing up. She turns it into a packed weapon, and right as you get to the top, it has sucked all the way into the tree. There's like an inch of bark left. Ildren's holding onto the rope as tight as he can, but
Hurry
it's fine. You don't actually notice anything as you guys crawl out without issue.
Yeah, because I
I'm just
lock the
standing there
weapon in and
sweating,
then
hold on
pull
to the
us
rope.
straight up. And then I gently, let Yosara get off me first. So she's
Yeah.
up on the edge.
Yeah, as you guys clean up from that, the snow's starting to turn more wet and slushy, and it's cool, but it's not cold. It's not freezing. It's
Okay.
cool.
I want to walk over to the tree that we almost destroyed, and y'all are just gonna see Yosara sort of kneel down next to it and like put my hands over where the rope cut into it and start untying it and say like a prayer to the apologizing to the tree and the area / Titania for damaging.
After finishing untying, the tree now leans like 3/4 of the way to one side as it's had all the bark cut into on one side, and it's fine.
Dang. Okay.
It'll just needs a good spring to bring it back to. No, it'll be fine. Well, I guess we should keep traveling north. Is that that's where we think the prison is, right?
I mean, yeah, we gotta. North is the way that we were heading before we found this spot, right?
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
I mean, we were also trying to dodge around the mountains because of the cold, if you guys remember, which was really bad.
True. Doesn't seem like we have to worry about that now, though. So maybe we can just, or I could scout and fly ahead, but I'd
Well,
probably be seen.
Well, if you wanted to fly straight up and just see what you can see from a distance, that might be okay. What do you think of that?
I could do that.
Up to you, man. I don't
You
want you
guys
to
are-
waste it if you don't want to.
Yeah, there's a bit of slot.
I mean, the biggest thing is just where do we go from here?
Well, how about let's walk a bit, and then if we need to, then I'll use the flight to kind of
Give me
Yeah,
an
no way.
intelligence roll, Ildren.
intelligence.
Intelligence, just by itself.
I got plenty of intelligence.
Yeah.
Apparently it
So-
does.
SMOG.
As you kind of feel out yourself, thinking about casting the spell, you've had a long rest, but you don't feel all of your magic has fully returned to you.
That's not good. I don't know if I don't know if I can actually fly. My, now that I'm kind of feeling myself out, I feel a little tapped.
Okay,
More
well,
if
than
that's
you
I
alright.
actually
should
go
be.
to your spell slots, you'll see what I mean.
What do you mean by tapped, children?
Well, I feel like I've either not recovered all my spells. I don't think I got full enough of a rest. I'm down. I feel like I've used some of my higher level spells.
Maybe
Okay.
it's just because the cold?
That's possible. I
Are
do
we
feel like
still-
shit.
Are we still a bit exhausted, do you think? I mean, that would make more sense to me.
We're still exhausted, but
I could yell help really, really loud and make it boom off the edge of the mountain next to us.
Let's try and, it's not windy right now. Let's try and walk, see how far we can get, and maybe we'll find something.
I mean, okay.
Alright. I'm
I
good
start
with that.
sloshing through the snow. Which direction are we going?
East.
Right and up.
What? Oh, wait for me!
Yep. As you guys slosh through the snow for kind of a while, it's getting consistently warmer, actually, and the snow is now starting to melt. Yeah, you don't see any semblance of anything else. Just mountains, snow, ice. Doesn't look really familiar. Like, it doesn't look wrong per se, but it definitely doesn't feel familiar. But you knew this place when it was green and full of life. It's hard to look at a place and go from summer to winter and try to determine where you are.
Yusara, does anything at all look familiar? Some like landmark that you might recognize, even though it's covered in snow.
Is this like the remnants of a stream in the middle here, Alex, or is this
Yes.
like snowbanks?
Stream.
Would I have a memory of where we are based on like the waterways?
Yes, you would. So you would know that where your place used to be, it was near a stream river thing. That was just on the outside of it, where you had several small villages, huts, whatever you want to call them. But it was only a short distance away, and there were mountains or hills, but again, they were covered in green and lush, not cold, dead stone. But things are starting to look more familiar.
So like I would remember. No, we lived. It was north of here or south of here, like whichever. I would remember which direction.
Along this mountain trail at some point.
Okay, this is starting to look familiar. We need to keep going this way.
Okay, well, lead the way. Jesus, you're fast. So he's shooting across the map. She's sprinting, she's running.
As you guys keep going, Yosara, you're starting to feel even better than you were before. And go ahead, and now you're at 3 points of exhaustion as you feel very rejuvenated. I mean, you're still exhausted and feeling tired, but you're starting to feel better, so go ahead and knock off a point of exhaustion. Nobody else.
Children,
Going into that cove, it's starting to feel more routine again, but not where you lived, Yosara.
Children, do you think it's a bit weird that Yosara seems to have more energy than she did a little while ago?
Well,
Can I look around the cove for
Sure.
like, I don't know, hidden doors or like a secret sort of crevice entrance or something?
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation as you look around.
maybe it's something to do with Titania. Maybe she's getting fuel from something here.
Yeah, with that, no hidden doors, but as you are looking around, you find one little teeny tiny crisp breaking through the frost bud on a tree that looks like it's going to be blooming soon.
I just walk up to the tree and pay like looking over every inch of this tree, like at the trunk, at the roots, like are there anything around here that might
Nothing about it, just one singular bud all by itself that is starting to rejuvenate.
Hmm.
I don't know, maybe you're right, Mildred. Maybe it's just because this was her home for so long. I don't know.
Guys, I really feel like we're supposed to go this way, but I don't remember where. There might have been a door. Maybe we have to go over. I don't know.
Can I look around the stone face, kind of look for a hidden passageway or something like that?
Can I just yeet it?
Yeah, as you start yeeting stones, you're not finding anything.
No, I mean, can I yeet myself up onto the cliff edge?
Physics. I yeet myself.
Just throw myself up to it.
Or Sona, we call that a jump.
Yeah, jumping. I'm trying to jump on top of the edge of the cliff to see if I can see anything.
That must be some infernal.
Yeah. As you start looking around, on a technical note, if you move forward into the actual circular space, it actually opens up. Isn't that cool?
Oh,
neat.
wow.
Yeah, isn't that kind of neat?
Hey guys, come up here. This looks pretty cool up here. I can see pretty far.
On a meta note, just because I think Fantasy Grounds is so cool, what you can do is actually build like a tiered system. So as you walk up the tier, you will be able to see more of that tier.
Nice,
cool.
I like that. That's
Isn't that
really
cool?
handy.
Yeah. So as you guys go up to the top of the mountain, Yosara, I'm not going to make you roll for it, as you guys start to see a opening area, where it looks like something would have been or could have been in the south right. And Yosara, that's kind of where you remember a semblance of a village would have been.
Not anymore, there's not.
You just see Yosara like staring over this seemingly dead part of plain, like.
Hey, are you okay?
What is it?
What's wrong? You look like you kind of seen a ghost almost as you staring out. I mean, there's not much there, but what is it? What's triggered you?
There's not much there. That's the problem. There should be houses. There should be people. That used to be a village. That was what I was looking for.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's bad that it's not there, but it's good that you kind of know that it was there. At least we know that we're in the right place, I suppose, right?
I mean, yeah, but right place for what? We're here for Titania, and now there's nothing.
I'm not sure what to tell you. At least it's getting warmer. I mean, it's feeling more and more comfortable. The breeze is not as cold as it was, right?
I mean, that is saying something. I don't know what this means, but I feel like if Titania prefers it warm, then maybe she's gaining strength. Maybe just you being here is giving her strength, or
Yeah, and I mean,
maybe things have already changed.
You yourself seem to be feeling less exhausted compared to me, honestly.
Yosara just starts climbing down to the where she thought the village.
It's easy climb. It's more of a rounded hill. Yeah, as you're going through there, it still has a couple of inches of snow on the ground. You'd have to dig through the snow to find any remnants of anything, but as you stand closer to the center, you kind of get that sense of, I feel like something should be here, but it's gone. Whatever huts were here were gone. The places where you used to play music, it's not where it was. And there's these small trees that have kind of overgrown, that are maybe 8-10 years old for the trees, but nothing is there that you remember, and nothing is there that should be there.
Okay, something is really wrong here. Sona, at least at the temple there were ruins. There was the...
Well, okay, hold on. Wait, sorry. Remember my realm. Only 3 days had passed, okay? Remember, the time dilation of Soon's realm versus the mortal realm versus Fey world here in itself. I was gone for like over 5 to 6 months, and it was only 3 days there. Nothing had deteriorated. I mean, yes, Soon had obviously multiplied very quickly and done her godly powers into the realm, but it was her old realm in the first place. So, like, what's happened here... This is completely different. Like, you don't know the time dilation and the time difference of your realm versus the mortal realm in the first place.
But there was the Hydra. There was stuff in your realm. There were the bugs. There was some.
But remember,
enemy. There's
3
something.
days.
There's nothing here.
Okay, well, true. There should be... Alright, yeah, okay, that's fair. There should be something living here, but how does... Well, how does her realm work in the first place? Like, Soon was a creature of creation. I mean, obviously, anti-creation now, if you really want to look at it. So, like, what... I only know Titania through you, so tell me, what does she do? Like, what did she create?
Titania is, and you sort of see Yosara shift to, like, it seems like she's reciting, like, a pre-learned speech. You see Yosara kind of Titania is the queen of the Seelie court. She is one of the nobles in the Feywild. She provides.
As you guys are talking about this, you notice I'm just kind of dancing in the background. My feet have begun to move very quickly, and I'm just doing this like sauntering back and forth of just like dancing very quickly.
And as I'm trying
I
really,
love your bored background.
and I'm trying really hard to pay attention to Yosara, but literally Sana's eyes keep like moving to like the left, looking back up over at Ildren, just like, what the hell is he? I'm not even gonna go. Just focus, Yosara. Focus. And I keep trying to like refocus on Yosara and what she's like reciting to me.
I mean, he knows as well as I. Titania is, it's laughter and mirth. It's life. It's.
Is that why the idiot's dancing like nobody's business over there?
Who?
Where did he go?
And I sort of look up for the first time and like look at Ildren doing a jig in the corner.
Sorry guys, I really feel like dancing, you know? Sometimes it just takes over.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's just weird. I'm sorry, you've never done that before. What is going on here? I'm so weirded out right now. Like, I don't even know anymore.
I mean, sorry.
Did something like just possess you? Just dance right now?
I mean, I dance all the time.
No,
every little movement I make is a dance, you know?
No. Because, yes, you're graceful and you look like you're dancing all the time, but you don't just break out into a jig for no particular reason.
Do you guys not feel that? Just like a rush of positivity? I don't know.
No, I feel a deep, soul-crushing anxiety that everybody I know might be dead forever in eternity, and I will never find the love of my life. So,
well,
no.
I feel great.
I try to, like, not near as gracefully, obviously, but try to, like, join in Ildren's, like, dance.
I think, yeah.
Ildren, are you still dancing?
I mean, I've kind of stopped right now, I guess, because I'm kind of breathing heavily after the exhaustion.
You slowed down for a little bit.
You know the scene, have y'all seen Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You know the scene at the end when they like finally walk outside and they just sort of look at each other and slowly
Yeah, okay, so is that what you two idiots are gonna be doing here in a second? Yeah. There's something wrong with both of you. What is going on with you lot?
I'm making the batter, and now I'm giving it a taste.
I don't even know what that shouldn't be classified as a dance move. Okay. You're sorry.
Anything's dance.
You were telling me what Titania is. I mean, I would love it if she's a noble. Maybe then she can help me find my lost love. But what is getting into you? Why are you both dancing?
Sana, don't you feel it?
Everything's gonna be great, Sana. All right, everything's fine. Just go with it. For once in your life, just go with it. I shake her by the shoulders, and I try to like get her to loosen up with her shoulders.
And I grab hold of his hands, and I'm like, "Kale is missing.
He'll be fine.
Is dead. My realm is gone. What are you two doing right now?"
You gotta keep your eye on the future, girl. Come on.
The future looks dark and bleak and disappointing, and my heart is slowly being consumed by a black hole.
Well, that's because you're not looking on the bright side of things.
I have no major reason to look on the bright side of things. I was focusing on a puzzle and a dream earlier that was helping me function, and now I'm here with you two dancing. What? Are you dancing around me in a circle now? Please don't do that. That's very annoying.
We're not quite that bad, but we're definitely like close to you.
Yeah. I'm like putting my back up against you doing this whole number.
All right, this is getting, and I'm slowly like getting pushed to the right, and I'm like, this is getting really awkward. I don't know what's going on.
Anna, don't you get it? Titania's still here. This
Yay!
realm is not devoid of life. This realm needs life. This realm needs energy.
Okay, do you want to?
Sana, I'm going to give you a chance. Perception or
Okay.
investigation.
Oh,
Or
okay.
charisma, your call. As they're saying all this crap, you got a chance to try to investigate what's around you, maybe feel the air or whatever, or just look into their
Improve,
faces
baby.
and see if they're going crazy.
So what? Investigation or what? Like intimidation?
Investigation, no, charisma, or yeah, pick one of your charisma based.
Well, that's why I was gonna pick intimidation because it's
Sure,
charisma
sure.
based.
It's whatever charisma's based. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try for investigation first
Okay.
to like look around and see if I can feel what they're doing, and then can I look at their faces?
All right.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Start off with investigation, see what you feel. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be good.
Yeah, as you start looking around in the world, you get the feeling that based off what you're seeing, there is some life in this world. And
Okay.
you're not able to put your finger on it, but maybe with this life being in the world, maybe there is some hope. But you're definitely not feeling the same, like, oh man, this is great that they are, but you get the feeling that they're feeling some sort of hope of a divine creature that wants you to succeed.
Okay. All right, so I kind of get where you're going, and then can I like look right in their faces and just really try
Yeah.
and see what's possessing them and to like define or really
Yeah, yeah.
identify the
for
divine
it.
sense? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, if you're using a spell, that would be more effective. But yeah, as you're looking at their smiles and all of that, with that roll of, again, I'm using it more of a charisma, which would be 21.
Oh, I just have a plus
Yeah.
6. That's why it went that
Yeah,
high.
I gotcha. But even still, you can tell that there is some hope here.
Okay.
But also, Ildred especially is being a little bit silly. Yosara seems like she's been depressed for so long. She's just trying to have a little bit of fun. But Ildren, he's not 100% himself, and he's just happier than he should be.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're sorry. I'm glad to see you're feeling a bit better, considering how things are down. And I get a little closer to Ildren as he's dancing. I kind of just grab his face, and I'm like,
Oh, is this
"What's
happening?
wrong with you?"
Oh god!
And I like shake him just a little bit, trying to see if his eyes like clear up, but they're still like almost clouded over in a sense of joy. And he starts just kind of dancing out of my hands, and I'm just kind of like, all right.
I mean, you can try to shock him out of that. Are you trying to intimidate the reality back into him?
Yes, let's try
Oh,
that.
God.
Let's try that. Just so he recognizes his behavior as
But also,
odd.
I also want you to describe this. How are you trying to get reality back into him?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna activate my
Thaumaturgy?
Oh shit.
my eyes are gonna turn like they're already black, but they're gonna turn deep black with flames almost in them, in a sense to show him like pure darkness for a second, to get him to
Sure,
like
gotcha,
snap for a
gotcha.
second.
Go ahead and roll whatever you're rolling. Intimidation, I'm guessing?
Yeah. And it's almost like a growl because my teeth are
Sure.
barred, you know, with fangs, like really.
Ildren, yeah. God is dead. There is no hope. Depression
Oh.
fills your soul. And just any joy that you were once feeling is gone.
Oh god. I thought I was a dark elf. Jesus. Ugh.
And I kind of look at you with my eyes slowly clearing, like the flames disappearing. And I'm like, yeah, are you back to a little bit of normalcy now?
There is no god.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's
And
like
hear-
high school poetry all over again. What you got,
Jesus
Yasara?
Christ.
Can I hear Sona shout at Ildren and kind of like still while dancing, like sort of like that awkward, slightly too drugged up person at a rave, like come up to Sona and be like, "Oh man, you just let yourself explore the possibility."
Can she have seen like half of
and,
my
like,
face?
pulled her over to me.
Can she have seen half of my face as it starts to fade and that affect her in any way?
Sure. Slightly.
I'm gonna try again. Or I can just activate it again because technically it's a cantrip, so.
Yep.
I'll just grab Yosara after she kind of tries to pull me away and turn on her and immediately do the same thing and see if it works. Just because it seemed to snap Ildren into a more decisive state of mind that was relevant to mine. Not as well.
That it kind of snaps you out of it, Yosara, and you're still feeling happy for the first time in a long time, but seeing how much this is really bothering Sana makes you realize you probably should get back on task. But this is more like, when your boss is like, "Come on, what are you doing? I know it's Friday. I'd like to close early. I'm not mad at you because it's Friday night, but like, come on, let's close out of here."
I'm okay with that. I'll take that.
I mean, we might be able to function like this.
I hope you'll be able to function more clearly and tell me what on earth just happened to you two dum-dums.
Oh, that felt weird.
Fun, because I think Yosara still wants this to happen. Can I use Fae Presence and try and get Sona to dance with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say if this works, Sana's gonna have the biggest frown on her face as her body is physically responding to what you do.
Sana, make a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's wisdom
Okay.
saving throw. I don't
She's
think
gonna look
Sana
like
has
a
anything that would
puppet.
resist it. No.
A 17.
I think
Ooh.
that passes. I'm pretty sure.
That passes, doesn't it? Aren't you 16?
I don't actually know where my spell slave DC is, but I'm pretty
Okay,
sure it's on that.
If
It's
that
either
works,
15 or 16.
can I activate Divine Sense?
So hang on.
Yeah, you're 15. So yeah, Sana, you're good.
So okay, yes, it was not persuasive at all.
Okay, can I activate Divine Sense to see if I feel what it might be Titania's like presence within the realm, just so I understand that this is her maybe interacting with them and doing this to her?
Absolutely, yeah. Go ahead and give me a divine sense. Is that a cantrip?
It should be. It's an effect.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Oh,
It's
I'm
an
looking at the
ability.
wrong one. No,
You can
it's an
use it-
ability.
You can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier when
I
you
got it,
finish
I
a
got it.
long rest.
Yeah.
So it's 60 feet. I'm like reaching out 60 feet around me, trying to identify specifically what entity is affecting them in this like happier mentality of there's hope. which
Yeah,
I
she
don't
would be
mind the hope.
a. I would say, yeah, she would be celestial, which is
Yeah.
highest form, right?
That's what
yeah.
I was thinking.
So you do feel a which appears as a noxious odor, and everything has a noxious odor to it. The ground, the air, the trees, everything, and it
It's
seems to
supposed
be
to-
getting.
Okay, are you doing it as a noxious odor or a powerful ringing of heavenly music?
Yeah, all of it.
Clarify that for me, because there's two reasons. There's a reason that each of those are different.
So I don't do good or evil.
Okay.
There
So
is
it
no
a
evil. There is
combination?
no good. Again, morally ambiguous campaign.
Okay, so
but yeah, it
combination
is.
of both. I'm hearing music. I'm
Yep,
sensing like
you-
this odor.
You are sure it is an extremely powerful celestial in everything here. The ground, the trees, the little bits of snow as it's all melting.
Okay.
And it seems to be getting stronger. And go ahead and give me an investigation. Let's see if you can get a couple more pieces of information.
Oh, so close. I almost had a 20.
With that, all I'm going to say is you definitely get the feeling that this entire realm is somehow tied to a celestial divine level being,
Okay.
and it is getting more powerful. And with that 10, all you notice is another bud on another tree
It's
starting to get ready to bloom.
Okay. All right, you guys, are you clear enough to have a conversation with me, or are you just doing this dance and vibe some more?
I think she needs to snap out of it. Hey, friends don't cast spells on each other, and I'm gonna cast a spell magic on Yosara.
It's a fair reaction.
Yeah,
That's
I love
fair.
that. That's great.
Even though it didn't
Does that,
work, technically.
Does that work? The spell magic? that I
Yeah,
cast?
no, I
Does-
love dispel magic. I'm gonna say, yeah, it totally works.
Oh, well, snap out of it, girl. Come on.
Okay, listen, you two, and I snap my fingers at them to focus on me. Listen, okay. The celestial being, which I am going to assume is technically Titania, is a bit of everywhere in this realm. And not to alarm you, but at what I feel is an alarming rate, is starting to get more and more powerful. And that's the good point of it. And I start pointing to this bud that's blooming like right behind them on the tree. This world is starting to revert to something more, I guess, summery. And honestly, with nothing else being here, and I'm jumping to a bit of conclusion here, I think we're the reason they're getting more powerful. It's not too big of a leap of logic, but I'm just thinking that might be what's going on right now.
Of course we are. She's
So are we her battery now? Because I'd rather not be the battery of a goddess or a celestial if possible. Come on,
she
Yosara. Tell me the truth here. What is going on?
I don't know exactly, but I know that Titania can sense that we're here.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, right? Because you need to let her know you're here. But what has it done to Ildren? I had to just almost... Well...
Ildren is Fae. Ildren is more connected to this realm than I am.
Yeah, baby, I can feel the world.
He has more of a connection to this realm than either of us. He can tell that she's gaining her power back. It's
okay.
Providing energy. We're providing
right. Okay.
energy for her to
I
come
want to
back.
be happy about that for you. I really do. But the problem is, you both completely are not completely for you, sorry, but Ildren, your personality's flipped to being one that nothing was wrong in the world, that we hadn't lost people, that we hadn't been in epic fights, that Ildren hadn't lost the goddess that he's sworn to serve and protect. You're acting like nothing's wrong with the world. And not just that there's a hope that things are going to be better, which is what I've been feeling, which I'm okay with that. But it's almost like taking over your senses, and I don't understand why that's happening right now. What is going on?
If this is Titania waking up and reclaiming some power over this world, and if it's being fueled by us, it makes perfect sense that her abilities, like a built-up pressure behind a dam, are just sort of unleashing and blowing us out of proportion. I think that it's possible, if that's what's happening, then her energy is, being unleashed on us, and that's way too much positivity for one simple mortal to be able to contain without losing their mind a little bit.
She's been asleep for a while. She needs an outlet to give this realm the life that it needed, and we're giving her that outlet. Our presence here is giving her that ability.
Donna is right. We need to be careful, because
No,
you
wait,
should know as well as I do, if we get caught in the wrong sort of wave, we could get washed away.
Okay, hope is important to me, and I have lost a lot of hope, so I will accept that this will be fine. It'll be okay. If this helps revive another realm, considering the realms we've seen, then fine. We're gonna keep doing this. But how do we make it even better? Okay, I'm not dancing. I'm sorry, I can't dance. You're sorry.
That was my suggestion.
I'm not dancing. What else could we do to bring this place back to life? Because obviously it's starting to work, but there's got to be something more we can do to bring hope back.
There's poetry.
I'm not singing. You can sing. I don't.
Theater.
Sing. I don't act. Why do you keep bringing entertainment things in there? Is there not other ways to bring hope to people?
No, you have to lie. That's the only way.
Not
I'm
a
offended
lie.
now. I'm offended very much so now.
It's a portrayal of an ideal. It's not a lie.
Okay, well, what
Not all
else to
lies
do
are
that?
bad.
Tell me a story, Sana. Tell me a story of the best meal you had in the Temple of Sing.
So every lunar equinox, we made this really amazing feast. And I loved the feast because it was a variety of everything that was in harvest at the time, and it was all unique, and we only really had that experience that one time a year. But the one thing I loved the most was that we would take oranges and lemons and limes, and we would make these delicious little cake squares. My mom and I used to make them, and they it's like a mini pie, and they were like really creamy because we used the fresh cream of the cows that were in the pasture that soon nourished and sun the sun down on them. So it was like the most richest and smoothest thing you'd ever taste, and it was so tart and so sweetly tart, and it wasn't like a overpowering sweet, but the tartness in it balanced out perfectly. And what we do is after we strain the juice from the fruits, we take them and they slice them, just slice them, and we would cook them in this sugar, and then we called them little candy tarts, and they were really good. Anyways, that was like my favorite thing, and I always used to beg Mom, and would even beg soon in prayer if we could do it again, but she always denied us. She said I couldn't do that. You know, when I saw her walking around the temple, she would always laugh at me and tell me that an overindulgence of one thing we love makes it lose its value and our desire for it. And so that's why only when the moon was at its fullest and the time where the seasons were changing in the mortal realm would be allowed to have it and indulge in it. Which Mama taught me, and I could have made them, but you know, you couldn't disobey the goddess back then. That was when I was younger. Still like them today. Nobody's made me one in years, by the way. Really would love to go for one.
Maybe when we get to a settled place, you can show us how to make the candy tarts.
As long as they have the right ingredients. The right ingredients are super important. You gotta have fresh lemons and fresh, and I'm like sitting on the ground now. My butt's like plopped on the ground and my tail is behind me wagging back and forth as I'm like talking about the fruits. And you've got to make sure they're fresh, and you got to have good sugar and some clean water. Oh, it's a process. It's a labor of love.
You see, Sana, hope doesn't come just from lies or from theatrics like Ildren prefers. It can be memories, it can be flavors, it can be anything you've experienced or want to experience again. That is what Titania wants us to give right now.
And as Yosara begins on her speech about hope, Ildren starts kicking around the snow, and he starts finding some sort of like small logs, as if they were stacked together, like it used to be some sort of a living establishment. Pieces of wood that have been shaped in some sort of a pattern to fit together or something, and you find not just one, but dozens, or possibly even more than that. As you're kicking around the snow, you're just finding more and more of them. Like there was something once here, and the wood, the branches, the trees has been shaped into some sort of something useful. It wasn't just randomly dropped.
I like remembering. I'd be happy to remember in her realm, because at least the fact that they are gone still means they live on in my memories.
We can maybe make tarts again.
I would love to make tarts with you. And then I feel snow hit the back of my neck, and I'm like, Ildren! Why? That's cold.
Yeah, I'm definitely more concerned with kicking snow out and digging around this thing while they're having this this meeting about hope and new homes.
I immediately jump up and whip around, by the way, as soon as snow touched my back.
Where are they? Did they die? Were they taken? Why are we the things? We're the only living things here. Even the trees are long dead. But now there's a bloom. What if?
Wouldn't we find like bodies or some kind? I mean, right? I mean, there's no way they just like vanished. It's not how that works, right?
Where are the bodies? Where are the gravestones? Where are the signs of struggle?
I mean, do you think they could like leave though? No.
This is where you're starting to find things. I just marked it on the map where you're just starting to find refuse of what used to be some sort of a structure, maybe some furniture. It's hard to tell as it's been a while, but it was definitely something.
I will do my cast of Green Flame Blade, the cantrip, and just sort of do my little fire dance around the perimeter of this place, trying to clear out some more of the frost.
All right. As you start clearing out the frost, because I like that idea and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
You start to mark out a perimeter of about this big, where you're finding refuse and other things as you start dancing around. And this clearly was some sort of a structure. And Yosara, as you get in there, roll history. Yeah. With that, great. Yeah, that's exactly where you remember one of the semi-main huts that people used to congregate in. And it's almost as you stand in there and realize where you're standing that you start to see some other areas kind of in your mind's eye where over here there was another place where people would repair clothing and build instruments. And over here was a place where people slept. And there was another one where people slept. And in this square right here, that is where you slept. It was a small hut. You usually slept by yourself, but not always. And in the center, somewhere around in this area, was where you all used to dance around the fire, and now there's a tree growing almost exactly in the center of where that was. And as you kind of have this quick vision real quick, it all fades, but you kind of remember where things were.
Yosara just kind of, she like listens to Ildrim like, where are they? And then it like he says something that she just like, and you see her sort of walk out. Sorry, I got caught on the arrow. You see her sort of walk out and like pace this circle, like pointing, kind of like you said, like to this might have been, and then that you see her just like muttering to herself and pace this circle around. She stops here for a minute, thinks. She walks into the center and just stares at this tree.
I'm gonna have walked up kind of like a little bit more into it, and as she kind of stops and be like, Yosara, what are you seeing?
This was the hearth. This was home. This we would dance in the moonlight. We would celebrate the equinox and the harvest and the tides. We would worship here, for lack. I mean, I guess that's what you call it. There used to be a fire. There was a hearth here, and I walk up to the tree and sort of just like kneel down at the bottom of the tree where the trunk is. Do I see anything particular about this one?
Sure, roll investigation. As you just kind of play around with the bottom of the tree, you see some soot, some things like that, but tree is just a tree. Doesn't seem magical any more than anything else in the Fey realm, which is made out of magic and celestial. But this tree doesn't seem overly special.
This was our home. It was right here. Sona, You were asking where everything should be. It should be here. This.
I mean, it looks like not only is it gone in a sense, but it's not left much of an impression. I mean, like time-wise, this is kind of crazy that there's not anything here to distinguish it other than like the minor things we're uncovering from the snow. I mean, I believe you, Yosara. I do. I believe, and
Seems like a lot of time has passed.
I start walking forward.
There's gotta be something. And Yosara gets up and runs like to where her hut used to be, and I start digging through trying to find anything that used to be mine.
Roll investigation with advantage. Yeah, digging for not even very long. You're just moving snow aside. It's now starting to melt, and things are starting to show through the snow, and you find, pieces that used to be your once beautiful home. It was very simple, very small, but to you it had a sense of natural beauty. It was connected to nature. It was a part of the earth, made from the earth, made with things that grew, and it was reusable and undamaged. And as you're digging through it, you just find pieces of what it once was, but it would be easy to rebuild it. And as you're moving the snow aside, you brush the snow aside, but it doesn't move, and you brush it a little longer, and you realize it is pearly white, pristine bone. And it doesn't take you very long to uncover that there are multiple skeletons here. Go ahead and roll a medicine on those skeletons as you start uncovering bits and pieces of bone that all seem roughly to get okay. With your natural 20, even at a 19, it doesn't take very long to realize that there were 3 bodies here, or three creatures that had died. Humanoid, nothing really bizarre about them, except for the fact that you can't find any breaks in any of the bones. No damage, no possible injury, no sign of magical trauma. They just seem to have died. And by the looks of it, they were pretty old.
And it's just bone?
Just bone. There's no semblance of any kind of flesh. And as you pick up one of the bones, it feels light and hollow, as if the very marrow and any essence of flesh is completely gone.
Yosara, are you okay over there? I kind of motion for Ildren to come over because you're still crouched down, and I'm starting to get a bit worried.
Yeah, I'll come up behind you and start to approach slowly.
Yosara,
What you got there?
What's going on?
They're all here. They're...
Whoa. And that's when I get my glimpse of the bone she's like basically holding in her hand. That's a bone. Ooh. Okay, do you mind? And I kind of hold my hand out for the bone to just kind of take a look at it myself. And
Sure.
I take it from
What
her.
do you want to do?
And I just...
You got medicine?
I was going to do another medicine check for myself because
Okay,
she's not
go
really
for it.
talking right now.
Sure.
Let's see.
It's like they just dropped.
I didn't learn much.
You're-
Other than...
Not super great medicine. It's old man bone. Well, yeah. I guess you could determine. Sure. You determined that it was male figure.
Male figure,
because
quite
it
old.
was, whatever. Yeah, old, died of old age. Nothing scary.
All right, well, it looks like they just died of old age, so a lot more time has probably passed than we thought it was. And then I kind of hand the bone over to Ildren and then poke him with it. Like, see?
Yeah, no, thank you. That I see. Uh-huh.
And then I hand it
Very
back to
white.
Yosaro. I mean, it looks like they passed from old age, which I think it's a blessing. Many of us, especially warriors, would say that would be.
Children, have you ever heard of your kind? An entire village aging at once?
history.
Yeah, I'm like, I should probably make a history check for that.
This can't be natural. This is it's too. There's too many of them.
No, never heard of this happening, and it would take, I mean, a while. We're talking a couple hundred years in the mortal plane for this to happen.
Hey, wait. So, what if it's the infection? You guys mentioned this infection thing, right? The thing that was like, Titania
Spreading.
sent you away because it was spreading. You're trying to find it. What if it affected time, or affected it in a sense that,
Cause them to decay.
or accelerate their aging to pass away old? I mean,
Was that to be possible?
is that too far off?
I don't think anything's too far off.
Not
This
now.
realm, this realm, and the mortal realm aren't that far off time-wise. I mean, my brother still recognized us when we were fighting in Ferelden. He knew me still, and I had only been gone so long here. Like I
Well, we don't really know what caused. Something must have caused this.
Think
I mean, the only connection I have is you've talked about this disease spreading, Feywild killing thingy that's. I called it a thingy. I don't even know what it is.
walk over. You see Yasara sort of just get up from the thing, from her hut, and walk over back to where she had said the hearth was.
Mm-hmm.
And I start trying to dig out the center of it where I remember the fire being.
Sure. Roll
And,
an investigation with advantage. $17. Making it a 21. Does not take you long to find a place where there's been hundreds, if not thousands, of campfires continuously burned on the same embers. And as you dig around, it doesn't take long to find a single skeleton all by itself. And unburying it just a little bit, go ahead and give me a medicine check on that.
wait and see. That's probably a bad sign.
Yep. Given what little you know about medicine, it doesn't take a lot of intelligence and figuring out to find this body and realize it did indeed die of what looks like old age. You can't find any breaks, any cuts, any major damage to the body, but you do find several extra bones around where the shoulders would be. And looking at the center of the back, you find extra shoulder bones, almost as if it has two sets of shoulder bones, like there was some sort of an additional appendage attached right in the middle of the back itself, or two of them, one on each side. There's extra bones to support a considerable amount of weight that would have been applied to this creature's back. And again, when you pick up the bones, they're now brittle and they almost crack as you start to play with them. They're completely pristine, and any semblance of flesh is completely gone. They don't even have a smell to them.
This one had wings?
Or extra arms for scratching its back.
Do I
Wings is a better answer.
Oh, okay. Well,
do I remember anyone in the village having wings?
Yes, you do, actually. A person by the name of Narun. Naurun. Who was the eldest person there when you knew him, and kind of the village elder. He was the one closest to Titania before you took his place.
They can't have all aged at the same rate. He shouldn't have been. I'm like holding this bone. Like he shouldn't have been able to die. That like he's not the same age as. And I point back at the hut. I'm like, he's not the same age as them. Something really bad happened here.
I think this is what Titania sent you away for. I think it slowly infected everyone here. And it affected different people differently. But I'd be shocked if there's anything that's left here. And also, you shouldn't touch those. And I point to the bones. We don't know how easy, if this is some sort of curse or infection, we don't know how it spreads.
I mean, if it's waterborne, we all have it at this point. Like,
It's possible it's not.
walking around in this slush of this snow. But I have an idea. Sana, can you help me build a fire?
Yeah. I can help. And I proceed to pull out of my inventory my tinderbox and
I want to go around and gather whatever wood I can and try and rebuild a fire in the hearth in the center here.
Sure.
I'm gonna go gather some of the logs that I saw Ildren uncover and then bring them back to
Okay.
use as a fire, even though they're a bit damp.
Sure, yeah. I'm not going to make you roll for this. After about 10-15 minutes, you have a semblance of a fair amount of wood. Getting it from the ground, that wood is a lot harder than the wood you were playing with earlier. Yosara, where are you getting your pieces of timber and all that? You just breaking them off the nearby tree?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to break them off the nearby tree, you feel several of them that break and start to crumble a little bit in your hand. But you also go to break one, and it just completely bends, and there's no snap at all to it. And then on the end of it, you see another bud. And you see several more buds on this tree, and just a few seconds of looking without a full investigation check, you see a single leaf slowly unfurling all on its own. But you do manage to gather several pieces of tinder and things like that to start a fire. Sana, you're able to collect enough wood from the ground to start a fire.
While
Okay.
Yosara is lighting this fire, I come up behind Sona and I say, why do you think there are all these bodies in Yosara's old hut and just the one in the middle of this fire pit?
Well, I don't think we've actually discovered how many people are actually here. I mean, I don't know how it goes here, but sometimes people that are considered a family live together, so there might be that. What, are you thinking something else?
I don't know, I just find it to be a weird distribution is all, but maybe we need to unravel the rest of this village to find it out.
Yeah, that's true. I don't disagree.
I don't know.
No, I know. I understand.
When it comes to things like this, I think that it's possible that all of our minds might be being tampered with, and it's possible that whatever happened here,
Yeah.
Yosara might know more about it without even knowing that she knows. You know?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I just... How do we help her through this?
Well, I guess we start by de-thawing the rest of this village.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we need to find the prison if it's still there.
I agree.
As you guys have this conversation, you see the first rays of sun starting to appear in the sky, as if the clouds themselves are starting to dissolve and everything begins to get a lot warmer. It's now warm.
Wow, Ildren, I mean, the sun
Whew.
is coming out.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a welcome change, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't know, it's just really interesting to me that, like, 3 people, 3 physical beings are affecting this entity so much. It's kind of crazy. Can you imagine if we had a whole village, like a truly a powerful amount of people here? How quickly this place could probably come exactly like what Yosara remembers?
I mean, it's possible. Maybe it's not even the 3 of us. Maybe it's just one of us. Maybe it's Yosara's connection. She's, she's such a strong connection to Tatiana.
Yeah. That's true too. What does that mean though? Do you know anything about Tatiana? Like, what does that mean to have that kind of connection to her?
Well, Tatiana is a little bit different from the one that I served. From where I'm from, she's much more powerful and much more innately connected to her realm. It means that Yosara is going to be, I think, the key to all of this, especially figuring out what happened here. But is she singing right now?
Yeah, no, she is. She does that. She sings and prays. Yeah, she's a nice voice, by the way. Don't dance.
I try not to. I feel really good all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's a nice song.
Got a nice tune.
Yeah, I sometimes can't decide if it's prayers or actual just like songs that she's learned over the years. I mean,
Well,
I
mean,
was
what's the
worried
difference,
before,
really?
but I feel very content now. Surprisingly so, considering everything's happened.
Maybe we should just wait and see what happens. It's getting warmer. Things are blooming. Maybe there's nothing we need to do. Maybe we just need to wait for Titania to show herself and to regain her power and come and...
You know,
And-
maybe that's what we should ask her. Did Titania actually ever have a physical form? I'm really curious because obviously she doesn't now, but what would it take to get her back to full physicality?
Well, maybe we just need to wait a bit to find out.
That's true too. Very true.
Well, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful.
Good.
How about let's just stoke this fire a bit. Let's get some more logs going and see if we can make the seasons continue changing.
I like that. Let's do that.
Fire check, and by that I mean survival.
It's just a survival.
Me?
Yes.
No, sorry. I thought that was me. I
Oh,
did terrible.
we're gonna go with Yosara because she was the one who actually wanted to build the fire.
Good,
And
good.
she
Let's go with
handed
that.
her
also
the
knows how to
matches.
survive.
Yeah, I handed her the
I know,
matches
I
and
know.
stuff.
I was gonna go with her regardless, and the fact that she actually knows how to survive is even better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. Building a fire is not hard for you, and you build one. It's a couple of feet tall. You notice the wood is burning up very fast, way faster than it should, but it's also way more flammable than it normally is. And you burn through what should be a couple hours of wood in about 6 minutes. But for that couple of minutes, you are producing quite a bit of heat. If you wanted to keep the fire going, it would take consistent, ravenous effort from your team to purge all of the trees of any kind of life and throw it onto the fire. Otherwise, it'll probably go out in about 7 or 8 minutes.
Can I keep it at a very, just embers?
Sure. As the flames start to die down in about 7 to 8 minutes, which, again, this should have lasted at least an hour or two based off the amount of wood you collected, it starts to die down and turn into just embers, but those embers don't seem to be burning very brightly or very long. They seem to be on the verge of going out, but when you put your hand near it, even though it's not producing much light or heat, it's still producing light and heat.
Hey, Yosara.
Yeah.
That was really nice song you were singing. Thanks for that. I wanted to ask a bit about Titania because, you're the expert right now. how many people were here before you left? Like in total?
It's hard to say. Um, I mean, they came and went, and sometimes they weren't always people as you or I might recognize them.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes they came as other things, but I think the largest the village ever was around 50.
Okay.
It 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 wavered a lot.
Yeah. Um, any idea of how many people were needed to like keep Titania in a physical state instead of like as we feel her celestial being now?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen her not in a physical state. I mean, maybe. Well, I don't know. She doesn't really feel different now, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I mean that makes sense. I'm just curious because, like obviously everybody, not to be blunt, but to be blunt at the same time, died. So, the land is now reviving because there's living beings here. I mean, the sun's come out. That's pretty neat. So, how do we make it even better?
Okay, if it makes sense, and I don't really think it will, but I'm gonna try.
Try what? What you got?
Titania, as I experienced her and interacted with her before, Titania was here.
Okay.
This was her realm, but this was also her. When she sent me to the mortal plane because of what she worried was a sickness, it was as if I was talking to a mountain. It was everything around me was telling me where to go and what to do. It's
Okay. Was that in the mortal realm or here when you
I was
got this?
here.
All
I was
right.
here.
Well, do you want to sit and see if you can get an idea of what we could do now?
Try to connect with her.
She told me she needs life. She needs people here to get strength.
Okay, well, we're here, but obviously I don't think we can stay here forever with her. At least I wasn't planning
Well,
to, as nice
I
as
think
that
she
kind of
needs more than
sounds.
just us.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you said 50-ish, so we're what, like really talking about between 40 and 60-ish people probably. So we only have so many keys. There's not a way for us to like bring a big group of people in here.
I mean, us being here is helping her for now, but she needs something more. She needs a higher being, a higher power. We don't have enough.
And I sit down next to her and say, well, I'm probably not going to be helpful. Because if you remember in the ethereal plane, anything that I waved my hands at turned a dead body into the realm. So I'd rather not jump back into the ethereal plane and try and bring people here because they're just going to end up being dead. So, yeah. But Ildren, on the other hand, was able to spawn a lot of neat stuff. And I laugh, remembering that scroll.
Uh-huh.
Those are trinkets compared to what she needs. Someone with more power than any of us could have.
I don't got anything that powerful in my bag. Sorry.
Maybe there's someone we could bring here.
Who do we know that could we go get?
I mean, if I could go get anybody, I'd drop Tempest ass in here and let her take him and keep him here, but that's not gonna probably happen. Sorry, that was a little... are there any like friends? I mean, we could go steal people from the playground. in a sense. Stealing might be a harsh word, but we get the people that, you know, were in the pond. You remember the pond thing, right?
All too well.
Yeah, we could save them in a sense and like bring them here. I don't know how we do that though. That's not
And
really
I feel like this
helpful.
place needs a lot of life, a lot of energy. I feel like, you know, only way to do that is to throw some kind of party. What if we brought, you know,
That's
40
a
of the
really
50?
good idea.
I mean, we could just have the most fun that we could have here. Just really breathe life into the place, you know?
Throw a big ass party. Oh, we could make the tarts. You saw it, the tarts and the banquet.
I remember you saying something about tarts while I was investigating much more important things. Yes.
What if, Sona,
They're delicious. Huh?
what
Yeah.
if we could bring them here?
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that. I don't think that's a good idea. But, you know, I mean, you have a point. The problem is her definition of life is currently like, buggy.
Well, I mean, it's a little extravagant, but is that such a bad thing? What if this is the way life is supposed to be lived?
Well, you know, technically most celestials don't like invading other celestials' realms. I mean, I could ask. I mean, she probably will still answer. I can see if she could. I mean, you want me to? I could pray.
Or Ildren, what about, I mean, Titania's worked with your goddess
Yeah.
before.
Well, she never worked with my goddess. She worked with.
She's worked
with
with
the queen.
envoys from your queen.
Yeah, my goddess actually is sort of forbidden in the courts. I worshipped her in secret.
Okay, why don't I go over? I'm gonna go over here, and I like motion back over this way. I'll pray and see what happens. Because you know, why not?
Well, I mean, you're gonna pray to your
Well, I mean, she gave me an offer. I mean, if she thinks I'm gonna
Soon?
accept it, she might come. Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Well, I mean, I feel like that would be the wrong kind of a party.
Maybe,
No.
maybe if I ask, maybe Titania will let us know whether soon it's gonna be a good idea or not.
Yeah, how's
Okay,
that connection
that's fair.
going? Were you able to just kind of get a feeling from her? Was it like a dream, or do you think you can like try to ask her things?
She was kind of talking to me earlier, but then Sona yelled really loud, and
I did yell really loud.
I don't really know what happened to that connection. So I don't.
Well,
I
I
don't-
mean, you were dancing, so just start dancing around the little flyer and see how that connection goes. I'm not gonna dance. I'm gonna sit here, and I like lean back up against the
That
tree
might-
near the fire, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay right here. You dance away, and I'll watch.
No, Sona. I go over and I grab her hands
Don't-
and I say, Sona.
And I take out my
Wait
sword
for
and
it.
slap him with my sword, like, don't touch me.
I take out my sword. Now we're talking. Now we're dancing.
I'm
Come
not
on.
going to dance with you, not physically.
Well, then dance with this. And I try to like feign stabbing at her, but only
my
to
shield
try to get her
comes
to
up,
parry it.
And
Yeah,
my shield
good.
comes up and it just goes right against the shield. I'm like, no,
Come on.
no.
Let
no,
me put it
no,
this way.
No.
If
no.
we want to get a reaction out of a Titania, then we need to give her as much energy as we got. We all have to be investing in this, you know? We gotta give her a
dance
spark.
too. You guys were dancing fine without me. I'm gonna dream of tarts. Tarts are delicious.
Sona, you and Ildren practice swords.
Yeah, we
Do I
don't have to
fight the dancing
dance like they do in
middleman?
the courts. I'll show you how they dance in my courts, and then I start doing sword maneuvers like
And I stand up,
Okay.
shield and sword in hand, and I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. All right, you
like
ready
how
for this?
I
Phil?
have like zero experience with sword play, so I'll just be like sword maneuvers. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is gonna be fun. And I proceed to oh, it's glitched. There we go. I'm gonna proceed to just I guess fight him in a mock duel.
Down.
you-
You want a performance check?
No, like I'm actually gonna fight you, but not try
Oh,
to
okay.
kill you.
Well, then maybe I don't know. DM, should we
Alex?
make like attack rolls, or
Athletic.
like,
And if you want.
or just to like roleplay? You do athletics, I'll do acrobatics.
All right.
To be like, see if you actually, hurt me doing this. Oh my god. That's awesome.
And we're clashing.
Like
right
every
now.
anime ever, you guys hit with the the infinite force hits the immobile object, and there's a great flash, followed up by absolutely nothing happening except all the raindrops mysteriously vanishing.
That's pretty good. Let's go again. Come on. And I start running back towards him. Oh.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
And like I end up like smacking him across the yard.
It wouldn't be a good dance without a few bruises.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Are you ready? And like I'm watching him get up, trying to decide when he's ready. Okay.
I
Your turn.
slowly get up. Okay, let's do it. Third time's a charm.
You go first. Let's go.
Alright. I come running.
Oh.
Oh.
I slide back a little bit towards the tree, past the tree, and I'm like, all right, not bad. Still not strong enough. Let's go
It's all
again.
about footwork. Oh shit! I go like over.
Shield bash him, and he goes over me. Like he flips over me and smacks his back on the ground. How about that one?
Yeah, exactly. I go a little too far with my attack, and you take the advantage and just shield bash me onto my ass.
You, like flip you over. And I turn around. I'm like, you all right?
Oh, that's not usually how dances end.
It's probably been a long time since you danced with a tiefling, if anything, mister.
That would be my first.
Mm-hmm.
You pop my tiefling cherry. I kind of roll over to my side and look over at Yosara. Anything? Does that help? Is she happy now?
And I'm just standing over there trying not to like laugh too hard because I do want to keep fighting for the fun of it.
You guys are giving her a lot of energy. No, you are. This is dance.
See, and I try to trip Sona real quick.
Go ahead, see if you can trip me.
I mean, dexterity check. I'll do a dexterity check. I probably do a terrible job of it.
You just end up smacking me, and I'm like, "What are you trying to do?"
Come on! My ankles are like wrapped around your ankle, and I'm like on my back trying to like pull you down, but it's just nothing's happening.
It's like literally, you're like immovable. And so then I decide to twist around and try and like flip you back on your stomach since you're on your back now.
Oh god damn it!
Let's see if I can make that work.
Athletics for me.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Aha!
I end up busting it right next to you on my back.
Yeah, you gotta watch your feet. It's so slushy around here. It's a little slippery.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'm like up on one knee. Whew.
And I just look at you. I'm like, "This isn't over, mister." And I proceed to get up easily enough without any injury, and I just decide to just run straight at you and tackle you, basically. My sword's sheathed, but I'm like gonna tackle you straight to the ground.
I'm gonna try to cast Misty Step before you can do that, so I can teleport like behind you and you just go in front of me.
You're not gonna make that happen.
Oh my god! Maybe Arcana check for this one? I'm gonna go with Arcana for this one. I need it.
Yeah, casting a spell first would have been a dex check.
Well, it wouldn't have won no matter what I did.
I was too close to him. I'm
There's
like,
no way a dex check would work.
I'm
okay.
lifting
Yeah,
him
I
up.
try to cast a spell, but you take the wind out of me before I even get it out. It's
And
just,
as I'm doing it, I lift you up, and I'm like, have you over my shoulder, and I'm like, no. And I drop you behind me.
Oh, I'm glad it's still slushy out here.
Alright, it's cushion your fault for now.
Okay, that's like 3 times in a row I've landed on my ass. Ugh. Well,
You wanna
that
go
was my
again?
head.
I mean, you know, head, neck, shoulders, knees, and toes, right?
Well, I still got toes. You know what? We're gonna do round 2
Okay, what are we
in
doing?
the future as I wipe some blood from my nose.
All right, fine. We'll slow it down.
Oh,
Let's see.
oh God, my head hurts.
Come here. And I slap a hand on his back, and I lay hands on him, healing him slightly, just for fun.
Oh,
Just like almost
thanks.
like he's not even really damaged, but it clears up the blood off of his face and stuff.
Through all of this, Yosara's just been like sitting cross-legged, staring into what was a fire, I guess.
Okay. I'm going to see if this helps. Hey, Yosara, I'm gonna try something. I want you to tell me if it works. And if it does anything. And I'm going to activate my spiritual weapon and just...
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
It's a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration until you
Oh, you
cast
do
the
have
spell.
spiritual weapon. Man,
Wait,
I haven't played with
as she's... Do I see her casting this spell? Or is it
Yeah.
something that just kind of happens?
Yeah, you can
Can
see
I,
me
can I
start
like
cast
try
the
to
spell.
interrupt her from casting that spell?
I don't think she's attacking you anymore, Egg.
No, I know. I'm just trying to prevent her from casting any spell. I don't know what spell this is. I see her beginning to cast a spell, and I
It's
want
a
to stop
spiritual
that.
weapon that's like 60 feet of movement around me. I can move it for
Yeah.
like a minute to attack different things.
You cast the spell, no problem, with Ildra and go, no!
Yeah, I'm just like, wait, this isn't right. I don't feel good anymore. I feel even more drained than I did earlier.
What are you talking
I don't-
about?
I feel like a little bit of magic has left me. I can't. I feel weak.
You feel
I feel
weak.
like I'm losing some of my spells.
We need to find somewhere to shelter. We need to leave.
I don't feel good at all.
Well, I
We need
suppose
to-
it doesn't even matter considering everybody's dead. Lark's dead. Kale's gone. Why are we
Everyone
even
here's
doing
dead.
this? Everybody's
whole village is
bones
dead.
here? We don't
This
even know
plane
what
is
happened to
dead.
them.
It's frigid.
My whole family's gone. Why?
I don't even
And
know
what is
happened.
the point? Why did I cast the spell in the first place? I can't cast as many spells as I did. What is going on? And Asana literally just plops on the ground and it's just like collapsed in on herself now, and like her shoulders are like she's like this. With like her shield on the ground next to her, just like this is not fun anymore.
Tara,
We need to leave.
I don't think this is good for us. I don't
Where
think
will
that...
we go?
And as the depression seems to roll back in you both, the cold wind begins to return, and you feel the temperature starting to drop.
Why is it getting cold
Oh, Jesus.
again?
It's happening. We have to get out of here.
I think we should leave. I don't want to be here anymore.
I opened my pack with the different keys that we had for the Feywild,
Mhm.
and I look at them like, guys, we have to get out of here.
Okay,
We don't
can you
have
come to
What about
me?
Kale?
I don't
What?
want to move.
We don't have many keys left, and I don't know where Kale is, but we can always come back for him. And maybe
I
he'll
just collapse
come for us.
next to Sona. I'm just like, sure, he'll be back, just like my dad. I just start crying.
My dad is
Ah!
gone
Alex, can I still do stuff? Like, do I still have spell slots right now?
Yeah, you feel great.
I cast Calm Emotions on Sana, at least.
Okay. Save?
I never knew my father!
I
It's okay.
really hope we're not getting too far into the meta.
It is
Each
okay.
humanoid,
And I start to drag Ildren over onto my lap, and I'm like holding him now. As I've calmed down, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
everyone in a
It's okay.
20-foot sphere make a charisma save.
Charisma save, not wisdom.
You can choose to fail if you want. So I look at them like, guys, please trust me. Listen.
And I like,
Nat
understand, I'm like,
20!
I'm on it. What? What are we doing? Get me out of here. This is bad. Whiplash, motion whiplash, emotion whiplash. I don't like it anymore.
Nope, Sana.
Life is pain!
Hang on, everybody, shut up.
It's okay.
Ildren,
It'll be okay.
you failed the save, so you are calm now.
Oh!
You
No, that's-
succeeded the save, so you are still depressed.
Yeah, I'm like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get everybody back. I'm like holding Ildren in his head and shaking
I'm
him.
just like, listen, life is pain, okay?
This is really pain. And I start like slowly falling over this way.
Shh.
Ildren, look
We
at
gotta
me.
get the fuck out of here.
Yes, I know. I'm aware. We only have one real option, and our option is to leave with one of the keys and come back for Kale at a later point.
You stole the key to my heart, and he
Shh. I'm just like petting her helmet, just like, it's okay, it's okay.
Ildren, Ildren,
yeah.
y'all have been released by Titania, and that is why we're back the way we were beforehand. We only felt better because she was holding you.
Well, then we need
It's not a prison holding her in. It's a prison she holds others in.
It's
Oh my God.
mean. Why
You see his eyes go wide, and he's just like, oh, fudge
You
sickle.
can
Okay.
stay here, devoted to her, eternally happy.
Nope,
Never-
I'm already devoted to somebody else. Come on, I pick up Sona, and I
Where
try to
are we
like,
going? I'm like half like not getting up. / you're dragging me with you.
yeah. I go over, I drag you over to Yosara, and I say, we don't really have a choice right now. If we stay, she could kill us. She could drain us completely. We could be stuck here forever. That might be okay with you. You know, you worship her and everything, but I have more plans in my life. I have another that I would like to worship, and also her. And I just kind of wiggle Sona over.
Back because I said that wasn't okay. All right.
What was that?
I said you're back because I said that wasn't okay, and I didn't want to leave you here.
Oh shit!
She's
Really?
allowing
You're
us
not
to
gonna
leave.
leave me, are you, Yosara?
No. We got you. We're gonna take you. Don't worry.
Okay.
She's
Go back to-
allowing us to leave because I told her we could find somebody else. We need to figure out where we're going. Do we try to go to your realm? Do we try to go back to Ferelden? We still have a key there.
I
Ferelden?
don't want to go anywhere, but
Wait, is Ferelden Sona's home?
No, Ferelden was the mortal plane.
Oh, that's a mortal plane. Okay. Shit. I don't think going to my home. I wouldn't be accepted. It would be dangerous for us to go to my place.
Alex,
So maybe the mortal realm might be the best idea right now.
Who?
Can you put the Fey realm map up for us
Wait
again?
a second.
Sure.
We are not close enough to traverse mortal realm.
Okay, so you guys are in Titania's prison, and your original plan was to go to Red Sky, then Char, then the Slurp, and then back to the Mortal Realm. The Mortal Realm depicted in green. That is the green grass. The closer in proximity you are to the Mortal Realm, the easier and the safer a jump without a direct gate would be. If there is a gate going between, depicted by one of those little gray lines, if there's a gate going between realms, it's very easy, very low risk. If you make a jump without a gate, which you guys did last time and ended up in the Astral Sea, where waving your hands and whatnot, but you did make it to Titania's prison, but you only passed through a couple of, a small amount of in-between space. You could try different you could try any different pattern you want.
we could make the risk.
The
We're pretty
original
close.
plan was to go to Red Sky, then Char.
But I don't know about making the risk because we could just pop out anywhere.
We could Red Sky Char Slurp.
Or we
more
could
still.
we could do Flutterby and then Slurp.
I need to jump to Flutterby, but that's
Well, I
a
thought
bigger jump than
Flutterby was-
Tumblesoon to Titan or Solace to Titania's, and we don't have a direct key, and we ended up in the Astral Sea last time.
Yeah.
I'd rather stick to the path, you know. Unless I mean, we can take a vote. There's 3 of us.
Go back through
Okay, so it's high.
Cinderland.
It was.
Cinder.
I don't want to go back there.
I don't think we should go back to Cinderella.
I think we should go. If we go anywhere, we should probably go to Red Sky. In my opinion, the only other one is if we go to Dead Roman and then go straight up. Don't you see it?
Dead Realm,
I
don't
kind
know.
of like the Red Sky idea.
Well, that's because we know the names of it. If we go over to what is that? Dead Rome, Roam, and then you go straight up. We don't know what realm that is, but it is very close to the mortal plane and could easily get us out. Though we would be surprised by it because we have never been there and we don't know what it could be because it's not been mapped.
Rome. I don't see Rome.
It's down here next to Silas's sanctuary to the right of it.
Oh, Rome. I see. Doesn't look like a happy place.
None of these are probably happy. I'm sorry. This is a Feywild.
Alex, do we remember anything about, like, did we have a description about Red Sky, or was it just the name?
It was just the name, and any semblance of who was there was lost. Go ahead and roll history.
History. Can I roll history?
Sure.
Guess we'll all roll history and see what happens.
Sure. Why not?
Everybody roll history.
Everyone gets a
Everybody.
history. Ildren, you are rolling the highest. You have heard of Red Sky. It is a very bizarre place where the sky is red, not all the time, but it was described as extremely dramatic. And here is where things get weird, because they described it as a place populated full of strange people who talked very similarly, as surprisingly their language was very close to common, yet their behaviors, their mannerisms were completely different. They had a very different sense of architecture, with buildings made out of weird materials like metal and glass, and the very air felt toxic to breathe, and there were many, many large, heavy creatures that could eviscerate you instantly without even trying, and there was a sense of uncaring maliciousness about this place.
Can I try and do
Basically,
another-
elf hell.
Can I do another history check on the dead ROAM? Is that alright? Just in case. Because it's
Sure.
kind of close to the Temple of Soon, so I'm wondering if I had heard of it.
Yeah.
Probably not, because I have a -1 and I keep rolling bad. So
Yeah. You remember it's exactly what it sounds like.
Dead room. Got it.
Like-
it's
like
a
the
dead
walking-
room, Ildren!
I thought it was like the dead are roaming that room.
No, it's just a dead room.
Well, you should probably shouldn't go that way then.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Matter.
Red Sky doesn't sound pleasant, but yeah, I think there's more potential there.
You know,
than
we
Cinder-
don't have to be there for long. We can literally appear and
True.
probably disappear again if we really have to.
Guys,
How
we
do
are leaving. We are maybe leaving our chance of finding Kale.
I don't want to leave Kale behind, but I don't want to stay here. It hurts to stay here.
If we stay here, we might never be able to leave. And that includes Kale.
I want to go back to the
We leave, we
ethereal
might be able to come
plane.
back
Can
and
we
get
go back to the ethereal plane, and when you wave your arms, things appear?
No, we found out horrific things whenever we were there last.
Maybe you could wave your arms and make Kale appear.
Well, I don't think we'd want that to happen. That'd mean he was burned to death or something.
Alright, so red sky, where Ildren is going to be really unhappy, possibly.
Mhm.
Or dead realm, where it sounds like there's going to be a lot of dead things.
No, it's just a dead room.
Vote now.
I'll
Maybe
vote
the
Red
dead
Sky.
do roam
Dead
now.
Realm's farther away, and it sounds like it's dead.
Well, the dead aren't all bad. They just
Eh.
emotionally traumatized.
We've had some bad experiences with the dead lately.
I don't care. Somebody
I
took
loop
my
alarm
vote from
around
me.
Sona. I just mouth over to Yosara. Okay, how do we use this fucking key?
Okay. I guess red sky's winning.
I mean,
Whenever
what's your vote for?
wins.
My vote's for Red Sky.
That was where we were gonna go originally, so I know we were all okay with that, and that, you know, if Kale is lost and has a chance to find us, he knew we were heading there.
Yeah. The whole
I guess
part of
red
the plan.
sky, so I take out one of the generic fey keys. I'm like, okay, Sonic, come here. Children, come here. We're gonna hold the key.
My legs don't work anymore.
You're gonna feel better in just a second, okay?
And we try to go to the sky.
Sky.
Red Sky. I didn't vote,
Okay.
but I got outvoted anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. As you guys huddle together and make the transition into red sky, the key dissolves and there's a bright flash of light, and you guys feel yourselves transported through time and space. You see the astral sea, which feels a little familiar just for a nanosecond. Its infinite vastness and coldness, and from a distance, you see a pattern of stars that almost looks like you, but that's crazy. And then immediately, the ground seems to slam into you, and you feel yourself in a cold, dank, dark room. There's no sky, there's no red, it's nearly pitch black in here. Wherever you have appeared is somewhere seemingly underground. My normal. Yes, you're going to go ahead and get a long rest, and any signs of exhaustion are gone.
I got my spell back too.
Yes.
Yay.
As any spells you have lost are now returned, and it's as if you are completely rejuvenated by this transportation.
Can we take a bathroom break?
Yeah.
Bathroom break.
Alright, I'll turn the music up a bit.
I mean, I like to go until 10 o'clock my time, but I was going to cut it a little bit early today. Yeah, I was only going to go for a few more minutes. I have some really interesting, well, I think they're interesting, fun things for Red Sky, and I was going to reveal what my plan is, and then go ahead and let you guys think about that for a little while.
I like that. I like that. It was a little intense. I don't like being sad. I am chronically actually sad physically in the real world. So being sad.
Well, I mean,
game.
I didn't want you to be full-on depressed, but, you know.
It's okay. I wanted to play
But
it
I did
up.
kill your squire and then put you through magical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I rolled a freaking 26 when she was trying to calm me down so that it was like, all bets are off. The chaos is ensued. I'll be back.
Yeah, Alex, you should listen to The Color Song by Maggie Rogers.
I'll do that. Go ahead and drop it in chat and remind me, and I'll.
Oof.
If anyone else wants the song that Yasar was singing.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I already hate the name of this map. Thank you.
Sorry, it was best could come. I didn't actually make a map for this, but this one is perfect for what we're doing.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hey, maps are hard to make and they take time.
You're
Time I was
a very good
not
map
able
maker.
to spend. What's that?
I said you're a very good map maker. Make more maps.
Okay, thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. It makes me feel good to hear because I spent a
Well, you
lot of
are.
hours total on all of my maps.
This looks better than... This doesn't look like Solace's throne room unless you rearranged it.
I rearranged it.
Okay, cool.
We good to go? Okay. So anyway, you guys awaken in non.
Streaming, Sona?
We've been streaming, darling.
Okay.
We've just
Right.
been
Never
listening
shut
to
off.
music.
Got it.
Yeah, it never shut off. They've been hearing us. I just turned the music up. I'm turning the music down now, so it's more reasonable for the
I
stream.
don't have the proper map for this, so we're going to go a combination of battle map and theater of the mind, or theater of the battle map, as you can call it. You see yourself with not chests in front of you, but small mats. These mats are only a few feet long, and they look like they've been slept on many, many times. Many of them even possibly urinated on. Those little crystals are flashing lights and glittering things. Those bookshelves looks like they used to be some sort of bookshelf, but all the books are dingy, corroded, completely destroyed. And on the other side, those silver things are just pieces of refuse and trash. The place smells terrible, horrible, and you hear a noise of a creature that slowly gets up, its eyes glassy, seemingly inhuman, and it begins nearly foaming at the mouth as you realize there are several zombies in the room. They look at you, one of them scratching its neck profusely. It only says one word that means broken piece of wall, and it just crack. As you have entered Red Sky, also known as the city of La, spelled L-A.
Oh my gosh.
Did you have to put Omar the picture? Y'all got some crack?
Look at this. Look at this, chat.
Oh my
look
God.
at this. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, chat. Oh my God.
Does anyone have some crack?
Look at what he's done.
Oh my God. Well, how many hit points does Omar have?
Yeah, just out of
You
curiosity.
don't know.
Oh, great.
But as they look at you twitching, they all begin to rise up, seeing that you have glittering things of value, and you are, of course, all female. Their mouths begin to froth, and they begin coming after you as women have money for crack! Everybody knows that! With that, we can quickly roll initiative, or we can kick the can down to next week. It's up to you guys.
Screw it. I want to attack one of these idiots. I don't even
You
care.
know what? Let's roll
Alright.
some initiative.
Go ahead and
keep going
roll
for just a little bit.
initiative.
Yeah, just
Oh,
at least
gosh.
a turn.
Just to,
At least one round.
Yes,
Okay, believe it or
children.
not, the zombies rolled a 20, and I do group initiative because I think that's just faster.
Well, Ildren beat them, and I'm the last one, and Yosaura's in front of me.
Oh jeez, I gotta do something.
Ildren goes ahead and leads us off as you realize some of them pull out shanks, the other ones pull out shivs. What do you want to do?
Oh my God. I pull out my sword, which is much bigger. Gosh, they're just little zombies. I don't want to waste any spell slots or anything. I'm gonna cast green flame blade on my sword cantrip.
Okay.
Green flames lick up the side of my sword, and basically, after I make the spell attack, I splash fire onto an adjacent creature to the one that I hit.
Okay. Go ahead and do your worst.
Okie doke, here I come. I'm running up to the guy on my left. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
sorry. Hang on. Let me unlock the map. There you go. Try it again.
Okay, cool. There you go.
And you go after zombie number 3, and you
Number 3. Oh God. My
attack
second attack.
and miss at the sheer sight of the creature foaming at the mouth, seemingly silver teeth.
I've never seen anything this ugly. Ah!
Making up for your original miss, go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, you slash into it and blood sprays all across the wall. Is there additional effect on that?
Yes. The fire damage from my green flame blade. Let's see what
Fire damage equals 0?
That doesn't make any sense.
What's it supposed to be?
No, that's not right.
1d8 to Ildren. Ah, I know what happened. So you're supposed to add the fire damage and then roll total damage. So we can re-roll the damage, or you can just add it manually. Roll a d8. I'll add the fire
I'll just
damage.
roll
It's fine.
d8.
Yep.
Hey!
Oh yeah. With
Nice.
that, you slash into it, and the fire engulfs the creature in flames. And suddenly, the little zombie goes, "Ah, I just wanted some crack!" It burns down into a puddle of the worst-smelling goo you have ever smelled. It is dead. Is there splash damage on the zombie behind it?
Yes, that damage goes to the. Actually, that damage goes only to the zombie behind it. That's.
Yeah, because they got to be within 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
The other ones technically are not. So it takes 7 damage as zombie number 1. It wasn't doing so hot to begin with, and it burns down, clearly somehow flammable, and turns into a puddle of the most grotesque-smelling goo you have ever smelt.
I hurl into the goo. I don't do well with
it's
smells.
goo, so you've kind of just added to the goo. With that, the zombies take their turn swarming you, as zombies are known to do. With that, each zombie will make an attack against you with zombie number 2, who is going to shiv you, Ildren, with a shank.
It'll try.
It will hit.
And he will.
As you take 1d8 plus 1 piercing or 5 damage. Zombie number 4, however, goes power level over 9,000, and you just hear as it suddenly becomes nearly hasted, if you know what I am saying. Zombie number... It felt some crack, man! Zombie number 4 is hasted, but unable to do anything this turn as it used its own turn to haste itself. Let me find haste, because I can never remember. And it is now hasted. Boop. Zombie number 5 is just going in for the kill as it attacks with a shiv. It's very important because you see a shiv does exactly the same as a shank. Zombie number 6, shanks instead of shivs, which
Shanks with a shiv
actually
or
hits.
shank?
It hits. And Sana, you feel a dirty cut on one arm
I
as...
immediately
fine,
erect
but-
with hellish rebuke to the one that hit
Okay,
me.
go ahead and roll Hellish Rebuke on zombie number 5.
Which one is that?
That's the one with the number 5 on its name. Zombie fails to save. Go ahead and roll full damage.
It's fire, by the way.
Yeah, it bursts, not into flames, but it pops. There is a popping sound. There are shoes left on the ground. There is it's as if someone detonated a blood balloon. There is nothing left of that creature except
Oof.
shoes. Now, as warriors, you have seen creatures die before, but something about the way these creatures are dying is somehow different, as
Oh my
that was a blood explosion. Zombie number 7 shivs instead of shanks and hits Yosara as you feel a rusty cut for 4 damage. And the last zombie flips its knife, runs over and jabs it as close as it can to Yosara's eyes and hits, aiming for your eye but missing and instead scratching you just a little bit on the face. But for some reason that scratch now feels itchy and the phrase "you should get tested" runs through your head. Very weird. Very weird. It is now Yosara's turn.
Alright. 2 things I want to do. I would like to activate Fey Presence, so that's a 10-foot cube originating on me.
Uh-huh.
They all have to make a wisdom save, or they're going to be terrified of me.
Okay. Well, their wisdom, let's see, they're high.
Hey, can I?
So I'm going to say, yeah, one of them with a natural 19 is the only one that would get close to passing, and that would be zombie number 8. So the rest of them are terrified.
I am then going to take 5 gold out of my bag and throw it as far as I can across the room and say, "Go get it!"
Genius.
Yeah, with their terrified, cowering presence, of those 4, I will say only that one resists, and so now all 5 of the ones remaining want to get that gold, but one of them is just coward in fear.
I'm going to stay right here, having done that.
4 of them are going after the gold. 3 of them are
Yep.
also terrified as they do it, while 1 is just terrified.
Yes, that is correct.
Where
Just wanna
are
get
they?
that
How
clear.
far did they go away? They didn't go too far, did they?
They're not able to move yet. It's not their turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, zombie number 8 is not terrified, and that's the one squaring off with you, Sana. That did not explode.
Okay, I was gonna do
Uh,
a sentinel a second
Sana,
ago,
it's
but
your
I'll
turn.
wait. Okay.
No, it's your turn.
No, it's a reaction to Yosara being attacked, but I'll don't worry about it.
Okay. Your reaction would have been Hellish Rebuke, so it wouldn't have mattered.
No. Sentinel is a melee attack.
You get 1 reaction per round.
Well, I thought
Yes.
I'd be able to react to the people
It's all
next
good.
to me, not just myself.
It's all good. Sana, it is your regular turn now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to immediately draw my sword and slash at the Jamba in front of me. Jamba.
Okay, go ahead and
8.
roll attack for Jambi number 8. This is not a blood balloon. This is more of a what do you call it? A blood sponge, as if you have opened it from opposite ends. As go ahead and roll damage. I just looked at what is. So I set up the HP to roll randomly. It had 3 HP.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh boy.
So you literally just cut the
Is he a kitten?
skeleton in half, wrapped in skin.
Awesome. I'm gonna advance to the zombie here that's coward, zombie number 2.
Yeah.
And go ahead and slash at him as well.
Go ahead, roll attack. Yeah, no problem hitting that one. Yeah, you slash into him and blood goes spraying everywhere, but it's not dead.
I'm gonna bash his head in now with my shield.
Okay, go ahead and roll bash in face. As you go to... Oh no, that's the save against it. Yeah, you managed to bash in face. Go ahead and roll damage. And then add the prone. As you bash it so hard, it falls backwards and is now prone.
But not yet dead.
Not yet dead.
Almost dead.
Ildren, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna step forward in between these two. The one who's frightened in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swing my sword down on and say, "You shanked the wrong elf, motherfucker!" And I'm just gonna slash with my sword. Green flame blade active again.
Okay, go ahead and activate the green flame blade on yourself. And then go ahead and roll the damage, and then I'll add it all together.
And actually, the fire damage I found out should be my spellcasting modifier. So the fire damage will always be 5, but my attack is different. That's why it was my attack is a D8.
Okay, go ahead and put that on yourself, though. And
Okay.
then we'll figure out the damage afterwards. You probably won't need it. These guys aren't exactly what I would call beefy.
And now I roll.
As you bring your green flame blade, go ahead and roll damage. Slashing into him, blood sprays everywhere, fire gets on his buddy, it'll do 5 damage for
Yes.
Jambi number 4.
Jambi
Jambi number 4 catches fire, is not dead. Jambi number 2 explodes. He is dead. And you just hear, elves! I knew they were elves! Elves is always trying to get your crack!
That's racist. And then I'll send my second attack going for the guy in front of Yosara.
Okay. Yeah, slashing into him, no problem hitting him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is bifurcated as pieces of him slam into Yosara. There is just gore everywhere.
Oh Jesus!
One of
This
them is
mirror.
now
These guys really
cut nearly to
fragile.
pieces. Jambi number 6 is terrified. Jambi number 4 is dead. With that, Jambi number 6 is gonna go all track star as he's so frightened he ignores the goal. He is going to run as fast as he can with crack speed.
Crack speed?
That's right, he has crack speed. What's that, Yosara?
Is he the hasted one?
No. He's really just going to dash, so it's 60 feet. Running in the opposite direction, and number 7, realizing he can't run, he's going to come up with the great idea to run for the gold that has been thrown, giving Sana and Yosara a chance for an opportunity attack if you wish to take it.
Could I have opportunity attacked the first one?
Yes.
Give me opportunity to attack both of them, considering he ran past me too.
Yosara could. Number 6 was a little bit out of your range.
I'm gonna go for number 7 then.
Okay.
No, I missed. But he's low though.
Yosara, your call. Oh, I thought he was going to survive. Go ahead and roll damage. Hold shift when you do. It should give you the critical.
Just nat 20, I'm dead. It's fine.
What's really, really strange is he does make it to the door. The door opens. He runs out of the door, yet the head never leaves the room. It's actually at your feet. It's somehow as if the crack has empowered the body to know where more could be, and it just runs out of the room. But no, the head stays. It is very, very dead.
Whoa. Well, he's not gonna make it far without that thing.
You can still attack the other one, Yosara.
He made it out the door. That's kind of impressive.
It is. He gets points for that.
It was just the body.
You
guys,
hear
don't
the
be so
clinking
impressed.
as some of those gold coins are being picked up by Jambi number 7.
Whose turn is it?
It's well, Yosara could have taken an opportunity attack on him.
Oh, you guys missed. It's
Yeah.
Yosara's turn.
I took an opportunity attack on 6.
Okay,
Yep,
well,
now it's
Eldritch
your
Blast
turn.
the crack out of this one.
Yep, I'm getting there. Let me
Wait.
get to my page.
Maybe we can question him.
No,
I don't know.
just kill him. It's not worth it.
Alright, fine.
I want to watch him go.
Yeah, they pop really easy. I mean,
No, right?
it's like they're just
kind of
waiting
impressive.
for it. A lot of built-up blood pressure.
As you
Right.
feel the energy from your Eldritch Blast run into your hands, you just hear him say, "It's so beautiful," not even trying to dodge the bolt of glowing energy moving right at his face, followed up by a very quick, simple. And the body, still holding all 5 gold, falls gently to the ground and then begins trying to sniff the gold where the head once was.
Oh, well, that
I'll
was
walk over and pick
interesting.
my gold back up.
Okay.
Yeah. You now have 5 gross gold.
And wipe it off on the ground or something.
There. Yeah, you could find something to wipe it off, but in this room things are probably more dirty. So when you clean with a rag in this room, you are not actually cleaning it. You are adding slight amounts of grime and dirt to it.
Okay, well, the room is at least secure now. We know that much.
Indeed.
I feel safer
will,
a bit now that we're here and normal.
Strangely, the smell of the internal organs leaking out of the body actually enhances the smell of the room.
That's not the worst I've smelled, to be honest.
Don't do well with smells. We need to get out of here quickly.
And I just start walking over, just kind of examining everything. What are these right here?
Looks like books.
Nothing. There is nothing of value in this room. The only thing you find as you rifle through these creatures is 2 pieces of gold foil about this big with something rubbery inside.
Hey guys, you know what this is? And Sana holds up like this gold package. And you know guys know what this is?
And 1 singular scrap of some sort of parchment with what is very clearly a code on it, as it has a pyramid, an eye, numbers, and if you look very, very closely in the upper right-hand corner on what is clearly the back, an owl just to judge you.
Alright, well.
With the
this
number
isn't making
1
any
on it.
sense. This is making no
I'll take
sense.
that.
What the fuck is that?
And
Like
Sana,
a-
like, walks over towards the door, examining
Like
the
some kind
body
of
that
scroll?
made it to the door.
And strangely, on this piece of parchment, you find the words that are, strangely enough, exactly the same as comment, "In God We Trust."
Yeah, I put that in my pocket. I'm like, this is weird.
But which
It
guy?
has a 1 on it.
I'm so
Maybe the
confused. It doesn't
number
matter.
1 god? That?
Ildren,
So there's
it's-
only
Yeah.
one god here?
Yet, Yosara, as you play with it, you feel this strange powdery substance getting on your finger that makes you feel good, almost as if you were like going back to Titania's prison. The more you play with this slight little powdery stuff, the better you feel.
Sorry, look. It's rolled up like a scroll. Maybe it's magical.
Um, Guys, maybe you shouldn't like be touching it too much. I'm just a bit worried about us even touching some of this. It's very nasty in here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not touching anything unless I stab it with my sword. I'm gonna be honest.
The only thing you find in this entire room is some sort of a potion bottle. It smells definitely of alchemy. It had what looked like once bubbling substance at the bottom. It's made of glass. There was some sort of a fiery substance added to it as if to heat it in some way, and when you sniff closely, it smells of smoke.
One of these zombies must have been an alchemist in his life.
All right,
Must have
well,
been his revolt.
let's. Or either we're moving on or we're taking a break and moving on next time. What are we doing, guys?
Well,
As you get to the door, whoever's at the door, Sana, you just see a poster that says City of Angles. And we're going to go ahead and end it there.
Oh God.
oh Jesus.
City
I need
of
Kale to come
Angles.
The
What's
city
that?
of Angles.
I need Kale to come back.
I know! I so wanted Kale to be here for this.
All right.
I mean,
well,
this whole session would have been enhanced by Kale, just with everything. But
I agree. All right,
absolutely.
stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Catch us next week. Around 8:30. We'll be back here. Or we might not. You never know what could happen.
no, we'll be here. No more skipping sessions. I need this.
We might not be in Red Sky, but we might be. We'll see.
We'll be in Red Sky.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Give us a subscribe if you like the channel. And catch us next time. Bye.